Showtime.
It's showtime.
Showtime. Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Hurry up.
Broadcasting live from the K-Best studios in the Spring City. It's the morning show you wake up to hear. Gooney in the morning with Gooney.
It's hard to think of words in the morning.
And Heather.
And I'm dyslexic and ADD.
Yeah.
Whoa.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That escalated quickly.
Are you ready?
Might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Gooney in the morning on KBST AM. Sorry, it's Friday.
No need to check your radio. It's not
Friday.
broken. Gooney is broken.
Yeah, Gooney's broken this morning. It is finally Friday, August 15th, 6:27 here at the KBS Studios. Gooney here with you this morning. We got Charles Lagona.
What's going on? It is Friday.
Yeah, Heather's in the house.
Hey, guys.
Oh, at least Charles and I are pumped up that it's
No,
Friday.
I had my finger in my eye. I didn't want to poke myself.
Get your finger out of your eye. Give everybody
itches.
pink eye. Stop.
We're not going back to that. All right?
We're not going to.
We brushed that under the rug.
I thought we had. I'm just.
Ruining everything.
Hey, guess what?
What?
It is Granger Smith Day. Granger Smith's going to be performing in San Angelo today.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll get an interview with Earl Dibbles Jr.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. I don't even want to talk to Granger.
Yeah.
Go put your overalls on, boy. Let's do an interview. That's what I'm going to tell him.
I guess somebody needs to. It was tough to find Earl whenever I was interviewing him a few months ago.
It was.
He
We
really
tried
did
to.
not seem to want to bring that out.
Yeah. Like, I'd asked him that first day if Earl was around. He was like, oh, he might come out the last day of the walk, and I just left it alone.
I think he just has to be in the mood to bring that character out.
You might. I mean, for something like that, you kind of have to. If you're, which, when you're walking out in the heat of the day, that's probably not the mood.
Probably not.
That's usually kind of frustrating when you're walking and working out and stuff. I ran a mile yesterday.
I was about to say, speaking of walking and working out, how's the training for the triathlon?
I ran a mile outside yesterday. Like, it wasn't in the air conditioning of the Y on the treadmill. It was actually
Like in the wilderness?
Yeah.
I applaud you.
He said a road.
It's close enough to the wilderness, I guess.
You're what? Too. You're 1, 2, 3. You're probably about 3 to 4 weeks away. Exactly.
It's getting there. It's getting there. What's cool is I ran I got this new app on my phone that it shows the distance that you run and the average miles per hour and all this. I ran a solid half mile yesterday to start off, and I ran it in about 7 minutes, and my average speed was 5 miles an hour, which isn't great or anything. I mean, because a lot of people run
What's the world record? About 15?
For a mile, it's like 6 minutes, I think, or that's what I know. A buddy of mine, I think, used to run it in high school, and I ran a half mile in 7. But still,
what's Craig Ferguson's mile? That's the big thing, because you want to beat him.
You know what? I've already decided that that's not going to happen, so I don't care what his mile is. I'm going to try to beat him by raising more money than him. That's what I'm going to have to do.
Okay.
Way to not set yourself up for failure.
That's where I can beat him. Which I do. I want to give out a shout-out real quick. Mr. Alan Johnson down there at Allen's Furniture pitched in $50 yesterday to the
Awesome.
YMCA Gooney's Gonna Die Fund.
Did you wow him?
Something else. No, not yet.
You should have.
Not yet.
You want to name it something else?
Yeah, probably name it something else than the Gooney's Gonna Die Fund. Like, that is not
because I think some people could be disappointed.
If I didn't die?
Yes.
You're probably right.
Wow.
Well, I know a couple, in fact, that probably would.
Disgusting.
I'm just saying, don't give people false hope.
Yeah, I won't do that. I'll try not to do that. Sorry.
Hey, you know what? We sent a couple people over to see the Rangers this week. They're going to go have fun. Hopefully they can make a weekend of it. We sent 5 people on Saturday, 4 people on Sunday. We got some Rock Hounds tickets I think we can give away today because today is Friday.
Yeah, we got to give something away.
Yeah, definitely.
It's Friday. But yeah, we do have some Rock Hound tickets we'll give away later in the show. That's exciting.
Had some more preseason football last night.
Yeah.
Got some more tonight.
I saw that the Bears were playing last night. You know what's funny is I diverted to Last Comic Standing instead of preseason football. Like, I just I tried. I'm excited football's back, but I tried the preseason stuff, and I'm like,
It's getting worse, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna watch some comedians. Like I'm just gonna do that. Which what's sad is I said that I watched Last Comic Standing. I watched the whole episode, and it was the finale, and I watched it all the way up until they picked who won, and that's whenever, right before that's whenever I decided to go to bed. I was like,
who does that?
I can't take it anymore. Like, I don't care enough.
Did you go to bed or did you just fall asleep?
No, I actually got up and went to bed. Like, I turned the TV off and was like, I just can't do it anymore. I'm done. Like, I had nothing invested in this. Like, it's okay if I skip out. I can find out tomorrow online.
That's why I DVR everything.
Yeah.
TiVo is my friend.
If I put in that much work, even if it is just 15 minutes of a TV show, I'm going to finish it out to the end.
Now, Last Comic Standing is one of those shows that I watch all the time, and I don't keep up with it. I have to go and, I may watch 3 or 4 episodes at once on TiVo.
Right.
But I'm surprised that it's still not on a major network.
I am, too. I'm surprised that they hadn't really picked something up again. But the comics just aren't that great. Like, the comedians, I mean, yeah, they have
Has the talent pool just dropped off?
I don't know. I have no idea, but just seeing some of the people that were in the finals last night, yeah, they were funny, but just compared to what that show used to be, before it got canceled, it was, back then, Craig Ferguson, wasn't that his name? Not our police or our fire chief, Craig
Robinson.
Craig Robinson, yeah, that guy.
Okay. I was going to say the late night show host?
Sorry, Craig Ferguson's all in my head. Like, he's got me.
He's psyching you out already.
He did that.
Jeez.
Yeah, Craig, it was just a lot better then, I think. But Roseanne Barr's on the show now as one of the judges, and I gotta say, she looks fantastic for Roseanne Barr. No, seriously. I mean, she's lost a lot of weight. She looks really good, and she got up there and performed last night. Russell Peters is one of the judges. He got up there and performed. One of the Wayans brothers, I don't remember which one. I think it's Marlon, is the other judge. But it's just, I don't know, the comedians just aren't as funny as you think someone should be in that position.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm also excited, speaking of TV, The Haunting of tomorrow night.
It is, yeah, that's happening tomorrow.
Hey, I'm Michael Madsen. Anytime I'm back in Big Spring, I'm going to tune into KBST.
Stop smoking so many cigarettes, Michael. Yeah, I actually went and I set my TiVo to that yesterday.
And just in case you're wondering, and who Michael Madsen is, I mean,
Free Willy.
He's Mr. Blonde from Reservoir Dogs.
Free Willy? No, he's Mr. Blonde.
It's the dad.
Who remembers him from Free Willy?
I do.
Seriously?
No.
Wow.
Well, it's coming on tomorrow night, 9 p.m. on LMN. Now, this isn't a channel that I'm familiar with because I'm a guy.
Don't lie.
No, I really didn't know what this was.
They actually have really good movies.
I had to ask.
Do. I'm not going to lie.
You watch the Lifetime Movie Network, Gooney?
Yeah, I have.
They have
intentionally or secondhand?
I have before intentionally. I have. Like I'll wait till my wife leaves. That's when I turn it on because I don't want her to know I'm watching those movies.
Well, now she does.
No, she's probably asleep.
Nope, I'm saying it in the second segment. I'm not going to let you live that down.
Now, Christine wakes up and listens to every show in its entirety.
Christine,
she
watches Lifetime Movie Network when you leave.
Only when you're not there, honey. Only when you're not there.
I would be mad that you wouldn't watch it with me.
I don't watch it at all.
I try to keep her from watching it. Like that channel has tendencies to do some pretty crazy things. Yeah, like you're watching Sports Center, huh?
Well, the crazy thing is that channel, and I only know it from catching it a few times. My mom loves the channel. When she came to visit a while back, my TV stayed on that channel, and the movies paint guys in unfavorable light.
It does.
I just want to say they're not giving guys a fair shake.
Charles is standing up for all the guys in every Lifetime movie.
Hey, we're not all like that.
You're right. But yeah, it's a Lifetime Movie Network. And I was surprised that this show was on that channel, but that
shows you that the paranormal shows have all taken off. The Haunting, it's kind of like a TV show that documents celebrities' real-life encounters with paranormal.
Right.
And usually they return to the site of their experience, and they show it, and then they bring in a psychic medium, Kim Russo, and she kind of unlocks all the secrets and everything and tries to explain what the celebrities couldn't explain. Yeah. And it's going to be cool. But this event didn't happen at the Settles, so I don't want to give
that's
people.
That's what I was curious about.
No, I don't want to give people the idea that the Settles is haunted. See, he couldn't say a lot about it whenever he was filming it, whenever you were here, and Gooney, it's probably haunted. But yeah, so he's going to be reliving something that happened to him.
That's cool though.
But they decided to put it in the Settles because apparently it was a better location than where it originally happened.
Yeah, like happened out like next to a lake or something like that. He's like, let's put this in a creepy hotel.
Right.
It's been rebuilt.
So
it's a good location.
So that's The Haunting of Michael Madsen. It's coming on tomorrow, 9 p.m. on the LMN. It's the Suddenlink channel 236 if you have Suddenlink HD. And I don't know why you wouldn't. It's 36 if you want to see it in regular D.
That's right, in regular D.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I don't like regular D, though.
It's regular definition.
It's all square, boxy, and staticky. You know what? Regular D actually looks, whenever I'm watching high def and I just take my glasses off, that's what regular definition looks like.
Wow.
So every once in a while, I'm watching TV, and I look at my wife and I said, is this regular D? And she's like, I don't know, does it matter? And I was like, yes, it matters. We have high def. I have a 1080p TV.
I'm not watching that regular D.
We are going to utilize it.
Are you serious?
No regular D for me.
No regular D for Charles. Hey, and we're going to take a real quick break, but I have that Michael Madsen interview that we got exclusively whenever he came to Big Spring to visit the Settles. I'll play that here in just a few minutes on Gooney in the Morning here on KBST, AM and FM.
Choate Well Service has lots of equipment for your water well needs. We drill water wells that are always cased and gravel packed to keep the well from caving and sanding in. Choate Well Service drills and finishes a well to state specifications for oil well sites and domestic applications. For your water well needs, call us. Choate Well Service, 393-5231. We're the best in the business.
DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry!
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the S'mores Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas.
Hi, I'm Casey Welch Baker. Do you know how much a funeral costs? If you're like most people, you don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. And if you're like most people, you like to pay the least and get the most. That's where we at Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home and Crematory can help. We offer the best for less. My dad, Tommy Welch, is all about saving families money, and we are all about giving them the very best service. Nally Pickle and Welch, serving the West Texas area for over 80 years.
It's always hot at Harris Ace with red hot buys for August. Pay $2.49 each for Ace Insect Killer Spray. Get Ajax Ultra Concentrated Detergent at $1.99. Defend your home with Home Defense Max Insect Killer, priced at $8.49 a gallon. Save up to $2.50 off if you pay with the Ace Rewards card. Savings through August 31st. Your choice of dollar items from bandages, plastic hangers, fly swatters, emergency LED flashers, and more. Harris Ace, 1515 East FM 700.
A career fair is here, hosted by the Big Spring Center for Skilled Care on Monday, August 18th. There are many positions available, including marketing, nursing management, nurse aides, and much more. There will be 2 sessions from 9 a.m. to noon and again from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The Big Spring Center for Skilled Care is a brand new, state-of-the-art facility and will be opening this fall. If hired, you will enjoy great benefits such as health, dental, and vision insurance. Learn more about exciting opportunities by attending the fair at the Workforce Solutions Permian Basin, located at 1001 Birdwell Lane.
There's a special feeling you get when you hear the sound of Texas. There's a touch of nostalgia in you. It makes you smile about tomorrow.
This is Tumbleweed Smith. Why travel to other cities? Texas has them all. Detroit, Cleveland, Klondike, Pittsburgh, Newark, Nevada, Memphis, Miami, Santa Fe, Reno. Listen to my program for all kinds of interesting stuff. The Sound of Texas.
Weekdays at 8:15 a.m. on KBST.
Like a good neighbor, Goon's Farm is there.
Welcome back to Gooney in the Morning here on KVST AM and FM. It's finally Friday, August 15th, 6:41 here at the KBS Studios. Got Charles Gooney here today.
What's going on? It is Friday.
Hey, Heather's in the house.
Good save. Hey, guys.
Hey, I got that Michael Madsen interview from earlier this year that I was talking about whenever he was actually in town here in Big Spring at the Settles. I'll go ahead and play that for you now. I'll let you just listen to that and get a little reminder of what he was talking about whenever he was here in town. Mr. Michael Madsen, thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to Big Spring, too. How you like it out here?
It's, for me, it's kind of nice because I like to get away from all of the busy big city bullshit, if you know what I'm saying. And most of the time I regret not being able to bring my kids with me because I have 5 sons and I'd like them to get to see as much of the world as I get to see. And for them to see places like this, I think is important and understand what America is really all about. And my regret is that they don't get to travel with me as much as I'd like. But I was happy. I mean, it always has a nice kind of an innocent sort of, it's kind of hard to describe. It's a quiet place, you know what I'm saying? I feel like sticking around for about a month and just forgetting about everything, staying here and taking a nap. I wandered around here and took some pictures, and all the pictures I took are color pictures, but I think I'm going to have them printed in black and white. It'll look better.
What are some of the things that you photographed here in Big Spring?
Well, I got the hotel, obviously, and there's an abandoned movie theater over here. And I took pictures of the hearing aid place down the street and some of the storefronts, you know, the bail bonds places. And that has such a personality, though.
It's America.
It's the middle of America, exactly. It is something very charming about it. It really is. You know, I mean, I'm a child of the 50s, and when I see stuff like that, it makes me think of that. You know, I mean, it was a much different time, you know, and it's still kind of here, you know, and I love that. I was trying to figure out what the name of that movie theater was, the one right over here, because they took the letters off the sign. What was it?
I think it used to be called the R70.
R70? What the heck does that mean? The one around the corner was the Ritz, right?
Yeah.
That's the one Howard Hughes supposedly, does he still own it? The Hughes Company?
It's actually the guy that owns this hotel.
Brent, right?
Yeah, Brent Ryan.
Yeah, I want to get in touch with Brent Ryan. I want to tell him that, first of all, he's not taking advantage of the celebrity aspect of the hotel. He really should make more of the fact that Elvis Presley stayed here, Buddy Holly stayed here, some president stayed here, I heard. You know, people enjoy that sort of thing. And they should have pictures of those folks in here somewhere. You know, they should play it up. I mean, people like that sort of thing when they come and stay in a hotel. And if he's going to fix up a movie theater and turn it into something, going to restore it, you could even have a Big Spring Film Festival here, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? And in fact, Brent is listening to this. Michael Madsen will help you set up a Big Spring Film Festival. And we could bring all my lousy movies over here, and we could have a pretty damn good time, you know? And I think it's a wonderful idea. I really do.
Mike, we have a fantastic group of theater students here at Howard College and at all the high schools in the area. What sort of advice would you give them for going into
I wouldn't dissuade anybody from their dreams. I mean, people, if you didn't have a dream, then no one would ever do jack shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would ever go anywhere. So it's a hard business to get into. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd say it's a lot harder than most people think. It's not nearly as glamorous and gorgeous as it's thought to be. It takes a tremendous amount of hard work and perseverance to keep your mind straight if you do make it. And God help you if you make it, because then it becomes even more difficult. But I would say, sure, I'd encourage anybody to do whatever they would do. But if I had to go back and start all over again, I think maybe I've been a lumberjack or to open up a service station somewhere and build race cars. I might have been a bit, I don't know. It's hard to say. That's another thing we could do with a film festival is, you know, they could have actors come here and speak at some of these colleges and some of these students, the film students and this and that. And they give motivational talk about some of these things. Give them some advice.
Now, Mike, I have to ask this. You know, some of the roles that you've played have been pretty violent roles. So how did you prepare for your role in Free Willy?
First of all, when I read that damn thing, I didn't, I was really surprised that they asked me to do it, because I had usually played a lot of villains and before that. And I figured maybe they were making a mistake or something. And I figured when I read the script, I must have missed a part in there. And I went to see the producer and I said, "Are you sure you want me to be in this movie?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Is there a scene that I forgot to read or you got to tell me about later. I'm going to do something really evil to Willie or something bad's going to happen, right? And they said, no, we just want you to be the dad. And I said, well, I am a dad, so it's probably one of the easiest jobs I ever had in my life. I did 2 of them. Of course, now when you see Blackfish on CNN and you realize what's being done to those animals, I kind of, I'm like, wow, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? Whoa, I'm sorry, Willie. I didn't know what they were doing to you, buddy. If I got offered it now, I'd say no. I'd turn it down.
Do you have any other upcoming projects that you're working on or going to be working on soon?
Pretty sure I'm going to be hopefully doing a Western with Clinton in November, hopefully. I like Westerns. I've made 3 of them already.
And what can you tell us about what you're doing here in Big Spring at the Settles?
It's a television thing, I'll tell you that. And I think it'll probably be maybe about, they put these together in about 2-3 months. It's pretty fast turnover.
Mike, thanks so much for the interview, man. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure to be a guest on K-Best. Anytime I'm back in Big Spring, I'm going to tune into KBST.
Michael Madsen right there. That's whenever he was in the Settles. We got to sit down with him exclusively and talk to him about the project that's finally airing on TV coming up, was it Saturday? Tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock. 9 Central. They're on Lifetime Movie Network. Check it out. You'll see some good shots of the Settles in there. Now, I guess what he was saying, the haunting didn't actually happen at the Settles. That's just what they filmed it at.
Yes.
So,
and if you want to see photos, you were sitting in the pharmacy bar doing the interview. There's some photos up on Facebook.com/KBest957.
Yeah.
And even a trailer for the TV show.
Yeah, that's on there too. There's some good photos. He was a good guy. We had a good time with him. He was a good guy. He was pretty cool.
Cool.
It was a lot of fun getting to interview that guy. Free Willy was definitely my favorite movie out of all of us.
I don't know what they were doing to you, buddy.
How can that be your favorite? I mean, have you seen?
Because it's funny.
Have you seen Reservoir Dogs?
I'm a comedian and I like funny stuff.
Have you seen Reservoir Dogs?
Yes,
It's funny.
I have.
It's violent, but it's funny.
Yeah. I didn't know they were doing that to you, buddy. No, Willie. They would ask me to do that movie again. I would have told you I said no, but I really would have done it.
I think you would have too.
Oh yeah, there's no way you're turning that down.
And Michael Madsen has the K-Best app and he's listening and he's gonna.
I hope so.
He's gonna come back as Mr. Blonde and snuff you out for making fun of him.
Do it, Michael.
He's probably gonna snuff me out for letting you know.
No, he was the craziest one in that whole movie. So no, I'm sorry.
Movie. Movies aren't real. Come on, Michael, bring it.
You're doing it wrong, Gooney.
I just want to make sure that he comes back and does his film festival and brings all of his crappy movies. Hey, he called them that. I'm just quoting Michael Madsen.
You're so rude.
Michael Madsen. How's that rude? He said that. I'm just saying what he said. I'm just repeating words that came out of his mouth.
He called his body of work crappy.
Yeah, he did. No, it'd be cool though if he did bring back a little film festival here to Big Spring. That'd be neat.
I think it's gonna be cool just to see the Hotel Settles on the silver screen.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be neat. I can't wait to check that out. Also, you know that today marks the 45th anniversary of Woodstock.
Does it really?
Yeah, Woodstock got started in 1969, and 45 years already.
Wow. Today's also the anniversary of the completion of the Panama Canal. I don't know which anniversary, but it's one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently, if you go back in history, the French started it, and they basically just gave in. It cost them too much money. There was too much corruption, and everybody was just getting yellow fever and malaria.
Right.
And President Roosevelt said, you know what? We need to do this. And so we went over there, innovated a bunch of stuff, brought some steam shovels, brought some screens for our windows and some mosquito spray, and we got to work. Did like Americans do. We finished it up.
That's right.
Listen, the cool thing is, I was watching a little segment on it yesterday, and they went from the French had thousands of people die every year to when we took it over and we finally got in the swing of things, it reduced all the way down to about 100 people per year, and that's including the industrial accidents like blowing yourselves up with dynamite, mudslides, and that type of stuff. Because back then they didn't have the safety standards that we have here.
Yeah, OSHA probably wasn't around just yet.
No, not at
that time.
But that's pretty cool because before that was completed, they were showing that moving people weren't so bad. They would just bring people, you would dock, you would hop on a train, you would take a short train ride, get on another boat, and you'd be good.
Right.
But cargo wasn't that easy.
Yeah.
And so they decided to do the Panama Canal, and it took a lot of ambition, because they said that every once in a while a mudslide would happen, and it'd set them back months.
Oh, wow.
It would just take months of work away.
See, that's tough to keep moving forward.
That's
when something
frustrating.
Like that happens. Keep trudging through the mud, as they say.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. How about that?
Wow.
Hey, Miley Cyrus apparently also E! News. Heather's falling asleep already. E! News. There's some sources from E! News that were, I guess they're denying gossip reports, or there was gossip reports from them, and that's being denied, that I guess Miley Cyrus was in a hotel, and they were saying that she got kicked out of the hotel lobby because her pot smoking friends were being too loud and causing too much of a ruckus and all this and that. And apparently none of this happened at all. This is just, I don't know where this came out of. It just kind of fabricated out of nowhere. But, I mean, the hotel was actually contacted, and they said, no, what are you talking about? Miley's been a great guest. Yes,
It was a slow news day.
I guess that's what
The reporter didn't feel like getting out of bed that day.
That must have been what happened, because they totally just fabricated the story. And then the hotel said that, no, she never had an outburst of any kind in the lobby. There was nothing going on.
I think we should have a rule today, though.
What's that?
No more Miley Cyrus
No more
stories.
Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, I'm kind of done.
Well, that's just what I was saying. Like, Miley Cyrus is just, I mean, she gets out of hand, and everybody tells her that everybody says that she's just having these horrible outbursts and doesn't know how to act.
I have a theory on Miley Cyrus.
That's not true, though.
Miley has a great PR person. And I know what you think. You think, no, she's not getting good PR. She's getting PR. She has a great PR person. She went from a Disney, like pretty much the face of Disney, to the new Madonna. I mean, and she's getting press every single day. She's even getting press when stuff's not happening. Yeah. I mean, she's getting airtime in Big Spring, Texas, because she has the best PR person in the world, and that keeps her working.
Well, all I'm saying is just leave Hannah Montana alone. Just leave her alone.
Don't be that guy.
She didn't do anything wrong in this situation.
She's not Hannah
She's a TV show. She's not real.
Leave Hannah Montana.
To tie it all in.
She's not real.
Leave her alone. Leave Hannah alone. You knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I was trying to
Big Hannah Montana fan?
I was trying.
Leave Brittany alone.
You know that guy got famous, right?
Yeah.
He went on to do some stuff we're not going to talk about, but he got famous doing it.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
That's okay for Gooney to be a Hannah Montana fan. The other day, I heard Heather singing "Achy Breaky Heart," so she's a big Billy Ray Cyrus fan.
I played that on Gooney Overtime.
Yeah, that's why I was singing it.
And I was wanting to lead it from that into this was because Ariana Grande is just blowing up as far as a pop singer now.
I don't like her.
She was a big star on Nickelodeon for the longest time.
That's why I don't like her.
And she is calling that role the most frustrating thing she'd ever done.
Her voice is stupid.
And the fact that playing the ditzy sidekick never worked out for her, and she always gets made fun of everywhere she goes. I'm just wanting Charles to keep this going.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, Charles, so negative today.
Yeah,
I'm not negative.
Man.
My daughter watches this show, Cat and Somebody, on Nickelodeon.
So annoying.
Yes, Sam and Cat.
Sam
and her voice is the worst voice ever. Heather does a great voice.
Ariana Grande in the studio, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no.
We got Ariana Grande with us today. Thanks for joining us, Ariana.
I think that's our first celebrity impersonation.
Yeah,
Actually, second of the day. We had Michael Madsen in earlier.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, be sure to get your birthdays in on our Facebook page. We got TSN coming up right here on KBST.
TSN News. I'm Chuck Martin. The Texas National Guard has begun its controversial and open-ended mission along the border.
A Hidalgo County deputy told me last night he's seen guardsmen manning observation towers set up over the Rio Grande. The main goal of the Guard, which is not authorized to make arrests, will be to observe behavior and report back to law enforcement. Governor Perry says the Guard's role will be to spot drug traffickers and immigrant smugglers and aid local sheriffs in the Border Patrol. The deployment costs $12 million a month, and there's no word on how long it will last. This is Jim Forsyth, TSN News.
We'll get a look at how the economy in Texas is faring when the Texas Workforce Commission releases the July employment report this morning. In June, employers added 19,000 net jobs, and the jobless rate held at 5.1%. A 2.5 GPA will still get you a job as a Texas teacher. The board responsible for certification fearful a 2.75 grade point average would create a teacher shortage, turned down the increase. A Texas Education Agency study determined only 11% of teachers currently in the classroom would not make the 2.75 threshold. You've got less than 2 weeks to make certain the kids are properly immunized for the new school year. In one San Antonio district, they're bringing the clinic to the campus, thanks to the help of the University Health System's Children's Health Bus.
I've seen a lot of children being brought in by their parents. A lot of the importance with that is that they are bringing notes from the schools, noting which ones they need.
A measles scare and concerns over diseases being brought in by those Central American migrant children are making parents more anxious to get their kids vaccinated. Well, coming this fall, free school breakfast and lunch. The new community eligibility provision lets schools with a large number of low-income students offer subsidized meals to everybody, and the feds will pick up the tab.
There are roughly 3,400 campuses in Texas that are eligible to do the program.
Rachel Cooper with the Center for Public Policy Priorities says if all those schools adopted the program, there would be about 2 million more kids in Texas with access to free meals. With crude trading in the $95 a barrel range, gasoline prices have been dropping statewide, down 3 cents this week. Greg Laskowski with GasBuddy.com says prices will continue to fall, and Texas has a lot to do with that.
It's helping to drive prices lower because there's greater competition.
The AAA overnight state average actually ticked up a half cent, though, to $3.29.5 a gallon. In sports, the Rangers get some good news. Ace Hugh Darvish won't need elbow surgery, but Texas falls again to the Rays at the ballpark, 6-3. Tampa Bay took 3 of 4 in that series, and Houston lost to the Red Sox 9-3. This is TSN News.
Hall of Fame catcher Johnny Bench for Blue Emu.
I may have retired, but I'm still active thanks to Blue Emu. For over 10 years, I've used Blue Emu products. I recently discovered their continuous pain relief spray. Like everything Blue Emu makes, it's made with deep penetrating emu oil, and it contains the same active ingredient as the leading pain relief cream. Odor-free Blue Emu Pain Relief Spray helps me with all my muscle aches and joint pain. And it's convenient for those hard-to-reach places. And for those tired muscles and joints, you can't beat Blue Emu Super Strength Cream. It's a non-greasy, deep-penetrating formula that works down into my muscles and joints. And of course, it's also odor-free. Folks, don't be fooled by the imitators. There's only one, America's #1 emu oil formula, Blue Emu. Trust me, it works fast and you won't stink. Blue Emu, it works for me and it'll work for you.
Blue Emu is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, and stores everywhere.
Further evidence of an increasingly frosty relationship between the U.S. and Israel. The Wall Street Journal reporting the Obama administration stopped a shipment of missiles to Israel late last month. Missouri Governor Jay Nixon says he's relieved protests in Ferguson last night were peaceful following his decision to place the State Highway Patrol in charge, while the police chief there says he'll reveal the name of the officer involved in the Saturday shooting death of unarmed black teen Michael Brown. Robin Williams' widow offers an insight into the actor's tormented emotional state that led to his apparent suicide, saying he'd been increasingly depressed lately after having been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street this morning, stock futures higher, the S&P up about 4.5, Dow futures 42 points higher. Chuck Martin, TSN News.
With news every hour, this is KDST AM and FM, Big Spring.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Daniela Vellante. Protesters in Ferguson, Missouri will soon get some of the information that they've been demanding.
6 days after the shooting of 18-year-old Michael Brown, the name of the police officer who fired the fatal shot has not been released. But Police Chief Tom Jackson says that's about to change.
We'll be having a conversation about how we're going to go about doing that, but yes, that's going to happen.
Jackson tells ABC News that the officer involved and his family have been relocated for their own safety after death threats were made against an officer mistakenly identified as the shooter. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Ferguson, Missouri.
Marches of solidarity spreading across the country.
No justice, no peace.
Thousands protested in New York City, Boston, Washington, D.C., and Chicago, where Shannon Tuzio marched alongside her 2 daughters.
I don't care if you have a badge or not. Everyone needs to be treating everyone else equally and to be tried equally for murder.
In New York, many also shouted, "I can't breathe," alluding to the death of Eric Garner, an unarmed black man who died after police put him in a chokehold. 2 young Amish sisters apparently abducted in northern New York are back home. What happened? ABC's Gio Benitez is there.
There's still a lot of questions right now because, remember, the Amish are very private people, and so there's a lot we're not going to know about exactly what happened here. But I can tell you that the district attorney here, when I spoke with her last night, she was convinced that someone took these kids who was not supposed to, and that person will be prosecuted if found.
The girls were released about 15 miles from their home, knocked on someone's door, and asked for help. What's that in your cup of joe? A growing shortage is increasing the chance of filler being mixed in with coffee beans.
You get sugar and various other things and rice seeds put in, and once the beans are roasted and ground up, you wouldn't know the difference.
And Professor Alan Crozier at the University of Glasgow says that it is all being done purely for economic reasons. This is ABC News.
It's not just an oil change. It's a principle. You take care of what you own. That deserves respect and a good deal. At Advance Auto Parts, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil's new Platinum Full Synthetic Motor Oil with Pure Plus technology and a Fram Ultra Oil Filter for $33.99. Plus, get a $10 advance gift card by mail so you can get things done the way you want. Advance Auto Parts. Let's get you back to the garage.
Mail-in rebate, void where prohibited. See store for details.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number.
Call 877-319-MY-TV.
The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. So cancel the cable and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money.
Call 877-319-MY-TV.
At just $24.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card.
Call 877-319-MY-TV. That's 877-319-MY-TV.
Some of the biggest action movie stars in the business will fight some turtles this weekend at the box office. ABC's Jason Nathanson has more.
You know, I'd love to party with you boys.
The Expendables 3 joins the summer box office party this weekend. Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Wesley Snipes, and about a dozen others will try to topple the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it could be tough. Box office tracking shows the Turtles will likely triumph. Also out this weekend.
Oh, yeah. The Giver.
The Giver, one of the forefathers of fiction, like the Hunger Games and Divergent, but don't expect Hunger Games numbers here, not even close. The Giver and the comedy Let's Be Cops are expected to finish under $20 million.
People actually think we're cops.
Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Hollywood.
Do you do your grocery shopping at Super Value? The supermarket chain says it's been hacked, and customer names and accounts numbers may have been stolen. Stores in Minnesota, Virginia, Illinois, Maryland, and Missouri may have been affected. It's unclear if any credit card data was stolen. Daniela Bellotta, ABC.
The Big Green Egg, the most versatile cooking device ever. Is it a grill? Is it an oven? Or a smoker? The answer is yes. You can sear steaks, chops, and fish with a flavor-packed crust unmatched by other grills. High-temperature steakhouse grilling, even at 750 degrees, is quick and easy. The Big Green Egg bakes bread, pizza, cookies, cakes better and quicker than your kitchen oven. You may never bake indoors again. Meals are more memorable when you roast a turkey or ham on a Big Green Egg. The moisture retention produces the most flavorful meat you have ever tasted. The construction of the egg allows for extreme flexibility at low heat or when used as a smoker. The egg gives the best results with turkey, ham, brisket, chicken, or ribs. Want a slow cook at low heat for 14 to 16 hours? No problem. Convenience is the name of the game. So stop in for a no-pressure shopping experience at Elrod's Furniture, Big Spring's oldest, largest, finest furniture store with the best brands and best prices at 2309 Scurry Street.
These cheesy bread dogs are great. The cheese is baked into the bun.
Oh, yeah, the bun's the best part.
Well, what about the hot dog?
Oh, yeah, the hot dog's the best part.
You can't have more than one best part.
Yeah, I totally can. Like, I have many best qualities. I'm frugal, I'm kind to those in need, and I can levitate for short periods of time.
No, that's called jumping.
Oh, cool, you already got a name for it.
Every part's the best part. New cheesy bread dogs. This is how you Sonic. For limited time, only participating Sonic drive-ins. Call Star Sonic for specials. Not all carriers are covered. Messenger data rates apply.
Your body's in good shape, but is your mouth?
Ask Dr. Amy Reese at 710 South Main in Big Spring. Dr. Reese and her caring, courteous professional staff provide quality dental care for the entire family, from teeth cleaning to the smallest dental procedure to full rehabilitation, involving crowns, bridges, implants, and partials. You only have one set of teeth, and Dr. Reese can help you keep them for a lifetime. Let Dr. Amy Reese get your mouth in shape, now accepting new patients.
We're sending you back to the future.
Your child's future depends on their education, and Nazarene Christian Academy continues to provide you with a choice in that education. With second grade coming in 2014, registration is now open. They provide a Becca curriculum with certified loving Christian teachers. For more information, go to newhopebigspring.com. See what a difference Nazarene Christian Academy can make in your child's future.
Need cash fast? Cash Pawn loans on tools, electronics, musical equipment, gold, and much more. Cash Pawn will pay you for any of your used or unwanted guns. Turn your broken or unwanted gold into cash fast. No need to worry about bad credit or credit checks. You're guaranteed to get your money quick. Cash Pawn loans to help you in your time of need. It's friendly, convenient, and confidential. Let Cash Pawn be your #1 pawn shop, located at 210 North Gregg Street in Big Spring.
Okay, everyone, here it is. If I can't beat any deal on a new Ford, I will just give it to you. I've been trying to convince everyone to just give us a shot. Shop right here in Big Spring at Big Spring Ford, and still people are spending more money to buy somewhere else. So let me repeat that. If Big Spring Ford can't beat any written deal on a new Ford, I will just give it to you. That's right. It is time for everyone to buy all of their Fords right here in Big Spring at Big Spring Ford. We have every financing option available, so we can get you financed. We have great people who will take care of you. A service department that will do everything they can to fix your vehicle right the first time and get it back to you as soon as possible. We want to earn your business and keep all of that tax money right here to help the people of Big Spring. So come see us at Big Spring Ford, and remember, if we can't beat any deal on a new Ford, we will just give it to you.
Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone.
I remember the look on our kids' faces when I told them we were going to Schlitterbahn. You'd think I just told them that school was canceled forever. I remember how excited our 10-year-old got when he saw the miles of tube chutes and slides, the waves, the rivers, and the thrilling adventures. Our teenage daughter was so excited she even forgot that her cell phone was stashed in a locker. And believe me, that's saying a lot. I remember the whole family sharing tubes and holding on for the ride. That's right, my kids were actually sharing. Even my husband was laughing like a kid again, and that was just when he found out that parking was free. We shared a lot of fun on our family vacation to Schlitterbahn, and I'll hold on to the memories forever.
Hold on to your family and summer fun at Schlitterbahn Water Parks. With unique experiences in New Braunfels, Galveston Island, and South Padre Island, there's something for everyone. Purchase tickets, make resort reservations, and view water park schedules at Schlitterbahn.com.
It's the hottest, coolest time in Texas. We're going to Schlitterbahn.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning. This is Lester Brown with your KBST Radio Group News. Today is August 15th, and your time is 7:09 p.m. It is 78 degrees, and your complete weather forecast is coming up. Yesterday, Big Spring police officers responded to the Advantage Inn at 804 West 20th at 804 West Interstate 20 in reference to an aggravated robbery. The victim told the officers that a black male wearing a black hoodie entered the office, walked up to the desk, pulled out a gun, and demanded money. The suspect was given an undetermined amount of cash and fled on foot. Officers searched the area but did not locate the suspect. No additional information is available at this time, and Big Spring Police say that an investigation is ongoing. Anyone with tips is asked to contact the Howard County Crime Stoppers at 432-263-TIPS or 432-333-TIPS. The jury in the 118th District Court returned a guilty verdict for a Big Spring man accused of shooting another man on November 27, 2013. Leroy Zabieta was found guilty of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and sentenced to 12 years in prison. Zabieta was accused of shooting Juan Diaz at home on Sycamore Street. Big Spring police say that Diaz was shot in the face and legs. Zabieta was arrested about 3 weeks after the shooting. A Stanton man was sentenced to 21 months in prison for wire fraud charges. Salvador Garza worked for Franklin & Son in Stanton and is accused of falsifying reports on how much fuel he delivered on 2 separate times. According to the indictment, Garza overbilled 2 December 2012 fuel sales to an Odessa business, costing the business $806,374. Terry Franklin, the general manager of Franklin & Sons in Stanton, said Garza was a part-time employee and no longer worked at the company. Franklin did not have any further information to report. With some city issues coming to light in recent events, KBST spoke to City Councilman for District 5, Raul Benavides, who about what citizens can do to utilize our city resources.
Well, anytime a citizen doesn't feel they're getting the service they deserve by calling one of our city departments before they reach out to the radio station, the TV station, the media, I would strongly encourage them to call their city council person. Our names and numbers are in the paper every day, and to call us and tell us what their concerns are so that we can go to bat for them and see if we can find out what's going on and hopefully address some issues.
Councilman Benavides encourages the city residents to reach out and realize that the city councilman for your district is here to use as a resource to help you in any way possible within their scope of control.
So number one, start with the appropriate department and give it 2 or 3 days. And if that doesn't help, if you feel nothing has been done in a reasonable time, please reach out to your city council person. If you don't know what district you live in, you can call City Hall and ask them, this is my address, who is my city council person? They'll tell you, reach out to us.
Benavides encourages you to first contact the Public Works Director's office if a problem should arise at 432-264-2501. Good news for Big Spring ISD. The latest TEA stats show that work for the Big Spring ISD administration to improve the school district may be working. While the Big Spring ISD district still has an overall improvement required rating, Big Spring Junior High and Moss Elementary improved their status to meet standards. The other 4 campuses are still at an improvement required rating, but school officials previously stated that turning around all the schools may take several years, but the improvements have the school district going in the right direction. The Big Spring ISD School District says that enrollment for the 2014-2015 school year is about the same. School officials say for every person that registers, another one is leaving. They are worried that parents will wait till the very last minute to register their children for the upcoming school year. The school district encourages parents to come to the registration office and register their children as soon as possible. The Big Spring ISD is also asking that parents or guardians with elementary school age children bring proof of residency, which is basically any monthly bill or a bank statement with a street address will work as well. Meet the Teacher Night for all elementary campuses in Big Spring ISD will be on Thursday, August 21st, and of course, school begins on August 25th. You may have noticed some construction happening in the HEB parking lot and wondered what exactly is going on over there. Well, KBST News spoke with the HEB Public Affairs representative, Kim Harrell, and she explains.
We are currently remodeling. We'll have new pumps, a new kiosk, and it'll be better access, so customers will be able to pull in directly to the gas pumps, whereas right now they kind of have to drive in a circle, get in.
Kim Harrell tells KBST News that the project should be completed during the week of August 22nd. Professional Development Day and Teacher Appreciation will be on Monday, August 18th, 2014 at 7:30 a.m. in the Dorothy Garrett Coliseum. The staff and board will be serving cookies, OJ, coffee, and bottled water to all teachers in attendance as a way of saying thank you on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber will be holding a Board of Directors meeting Wednesday, August 20th, 2014 at 7:30 a.m. in the Cactus Room at Howard College. The serving line will open at 7 a.m. The quorum is needed in order to conduct business. In obituaries, Melvin Wayne Griffith, 67, of Big Spring, died Monday. Memorial service will be held at 3 p.m. today at Myers and Smith Chapel. Becky Salgado, 47, died Tuesday. A prayer service will be held at 6 p.m. at Myers and Smith Chapel. Funeral service will be held at 10:30 a.m. Saturday morning at Myers and Smith Chapel with a burial at Mount Olive Memorial Park. Clara Hernandez, 92, died Tuesday. Vigil service will be held at 7 p.m. at Myers and Smith Chapel. Funeral service will be held at 10 a.m. on Monday at Holy Trinity Catholic Church with a committal at Trinity Memorial Park. Bob Stewart, 81, of Big Spring, died Tuesday, August 12th, in a local hospital. Funeral services will be held at 10:30 a.m. today, August 15th, at Spring Creek Fellowship. After the services, there will be a visitation at Spring Creek Fellowship. Graveside services will be held at 12:30 at Mount Olive Memorial Park. Dina Walden, 97, died Saturday, August 2nd, in Lubbock. Funeral services will be held at 2 p.m. today, August 15th, at Nellie and Pickle Welch Rosewood Chapel. The family will receive friends following the services. Ike Clarence Francis Watsoner, 84, of Big Spring, died Thursday, August 14th, in a local hospital. The family will receive friends from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, August 17th, at the Nellie and Pickle Welch Funeral Home. Funeral services will be held at 1 p.m. Monday, August 18th, at the Alive in Christ Lutheran Church. Interment will follow at Trinity Memorial Park. Returning from first break, KBS News Time is 7:17.
When you're called upon to make funeral arrangements, it can all be overwhelming. That's why we go out of our way to help you keep the focus on family.
They were sensitive to our family's needs. For that, I'll always be grateful.
We offer your family sensitivity, compassion, and respect.
Myers and Smith Funeral Home and Chapel.
KBST News Time in sports.
Hi, this is Gooney, your KBST sports director. The Texas Rangers lost their second straight to Tampa Bay last night, 6-3. They begin a new series against the Angels in home tonight with the first pitch at 7:05. That game can be heard on the mighty 1490 KBST AM. The Houston Astros' luck wasn't any better as they lost to the Red Sox 9-4. Game 2 of that series from Boston tonight at 6:10. In minor league baseball, the Midland Rockhounds got the win in Tulsa last night, 3-2. They traveled to Springfield tonight to begin a new series with the first pitch at 7:10. In local sports, scrimmages begin today for many area high school football teams, while volleyball continues for many. The Big Spring Steers take on Burt Burnett and Cisco today, while the Lady Steers volleyball teams compete in the Bev Ball Classic Tournament in Abilene this weekend. The Coahoma Bulldogs scrimmage Jim Ned in Coahoma, while the Bulldogettes volleyball teams play Jim Ned in regular season play in Coahoma tomorrow. The Forsan Buffaloes scrimmage Great Creek in Forsan tonight. Stanton plays Fort Stockton at home tomorrow. Sands takes on Westbrook, and Garden City and Borden County scrimmage against each other tonight in Gale. And the Dallas Cowboys take on the Ravens in preseason play at home Saturday, while the Houston Texans play the Falcons in Houston. For more information, log on to kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney in the KBest Sports Center.
KBST News Time is 7:19. A complete look at Howard County weather right after this.
You've got commodes, sinks, faucets, bathtubs, food disposals, pipes, hot tubs, swimming pools, water heaters, and they all need fixing on occasion. Who are you going to call? Gartman. That's right, Gartman. You usually think of Gartman when you have a problem with heating or cooling, but Gartman does plumbing too. Gartman, when you need a plumber or help with air conditioning and heating. 267-9000.
KBST News Time is 7:20. In weather, August 15th. Today, as high expected of 100 degrees with a low of 76. Zero chance of rain at this point, and winds out of the southwest at 12 miles per hour. For tomorrow, Saturday, A high expected of 98 with a low of 75. Mostly cloudy with winds out of the south at 13 miles per hour, with an opportunity for rain in the coming days. KBST News Time is 7:21. More with Gooney in the morning after this.
This is Rhonda Turnbow, the newest agent with United Country, heart of the City Realtors in Big Spring. If you've been thinking about buying a home but don't know where to start, let me help you. Give me a call at 432-714-4555, and I can guide you through the home buying process. Or if you have a home to sell, we can help with that too. Just ask for Rhonda at United Country, 432-714-4555.
This is your Action News reporter again at the scene of Back in Motion Chiropractic, where another amazing incident seems to have occurred. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened here at Back in Motion?
Yeah, I did. He looked like an ordinary man, but I believe he was a superhero. He took Ethel's head and adjusted her neck real gentle-like, and she came out a-smiling. Took her pain away in a flash. Come back here, Ethel!
There you have it. Pain has once again been eliminated at Back in Motion Chiropractic.
It's quite possibly the happiest day in a mother's life. Bells is having their back-to-school sale. Jeans are $19.99 from brands like Rustic Blue and Wishful Park. And for every $50 you spend on denim, you get $10 in mom money to spend on whatever you want, like great athletic wear. Add in all the extra savings with your spending.
Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
It's showtime! All right, showtime.
Showtime.
Showtime. It's showtime!
It's showtime.
Showtime. Showtime.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Hurry it up.
Broadcasting live from the K-Best studios in the Spring City. It's the morning show you wake up to hear. Gooney in the Morning with Gooney.
It's hard to think of words in the morning.
And Heather.
And I'm dyslexic and ADD.
Yeah.
Whoa.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That escalated quickly.
Are you ready? Might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Sunshine, she's here. You can take a rain.
We're awake. It's Friday. Hey, guess what? With the yeah, like I don't care, baby, borrow a word. That's right, that's right. Welcome to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is finally Friday, and I couldn't be happier because football scrimmages start today. Oh, I'm so pumped about that. All of our area schools, really. Big Spring starts today. They're going to be playing in Cisco against Burke Panett. Tonight, we got Fort Sam Buffaloes at home. Cahoma's going to be at home. Sands and Westbrook playing each other.
Yeah.
Man, Garden City playing.
I'm out of breath.
There's a lot of football kicking off today. Volleyball, it's regular season in volleyball already.
Yeah?
Yeah, Cahoma's got some good play against Fort Talkton at home this weekend. The Lady Steers, you remember, they had an amazing volleyball team last year.
Did.
A great state championship run. They're going to the Bev Ball Classic tournament. They're in Abilene over the weekend.
Nice.
So good luck to the ladies there. Do a great job. I'm excited. That's the thing. I'm excited about volleyball season.
Are you really?
Yeah. After last year and what the Lady Steers did, that got me into it.
You want to know a cool story, and this is true. We were putting together our volleyball team last year, and had to talk somebody into doing it.
Right.
It was Jamie Scott.
Yeah.
And Jamie he's a big football guy, loves basketball, loves baseball.
Right.
And just wasn't sure about volleyball. And he started doing some of the volleyball games last year, and he just fell in love with this Big Spring Steers team.
He did. He did a fantastic job.
Yeah,
His
definitely.
passion just came across in some of those games.
And he followed him, so that was a good thing.
Yeah. And then what was it? Chad Walsh jumped in there too.
Yeah.
Towards the I guess middle of the playoff run, and Chad did a fantastic job out there. It's exciting. It's exciting. Oh, it's exciting. It's exciting. It's Friday. Oh. Wow. Sorry. I want to remind everybody that this portion of Gooney in the Morning is brought to you by Parks Insurance Agency. A big thanks and a shout out to all the folks down there at Parks Agency. They're located there at 900 Main Street. Parks it's amazing. It's one of the oldest insurance agencies here in Big Spring. They've been around since 1935. They can help you with your home, auto, motorcycle, business quotes with almost any national insurance company, Allstate, the Hartford, Travelers, Liberty Mutual, Progressive, all that great stuff. Go down there and ask for Mike Richardson. Tell him that Gooney sent you on down there, and tell him hi and tell him thanks for letting Gooney on the air be broadcast to you every morning.
Aww. Hey, Gooney, I know we got birthdays coming up. We do have a pretty cool little story that we'll do a little bit later, probably after NASCAR Minute. All that salt you're eating might actually be good for you. You know how they tell you not to eat a whole lot of salt, right?
That'll change in 2 weeks.
It probably will, but we're gonna go with this report. I like this report.
Yeah,
I love salt.
Right. Yeah, we got some birthdays on the Facebook. We had Clarissa Segundo Carter that wanted to wish a happy birthday to her brother, Sam Segundo. Happy birthday, Sam. Hope you have a great one out there today. Also, we had Lori Hewitt wishing a happy 6th anniversary to her husband, Terry J. Hewitt. Happy anniversary, guys. Way to go. Heather, you got a birthday on here.
It's a very special birthday.
It is special.
To Ms. Keely Parnell. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Keely. I'd also had a couple that I threw in the mix as well. Happy birthday going out to Corbin Brown.
Oh, yeah, he was on mine, too.
Happy birthday, Corbin. Happy birthday to Tammy Spears Cheney. Happy birthday, Tammy. And also one of the artists that we play here on K-Best, Charles, you're very familiar. You played several of her music there on Texas Country Afternoons. Happy birthday going out to Miss Kimberly Dunn.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Very talented young lady.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Kimberly.
Yeah, I got to interview her one time. She came in on Gooney in the Morning overtime and had more energy than anyone I've ever met in my life.
She really does.
She really did.
She was a lot of fun. What do you have over there you're flashing at me?
I have a call-in birthday. It's to Gabriel Leal. Tomorrow is his 18th birthday, and it's from his mom, his dad, and his brother. Happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Gabriel. How about that? Who's our sweetheart today?
Barbara Schaefer.
Well, congratulations to Miss Barbara. She's going to be receiving a beautiful rose in a bud vase from Faye's Flowers. If you happen to see Barbara today, be sure to thank her for everything she does and congratulate her on getting Sweetheart of the Day. Be sure to give her $1. I also want to remind everybody, every Tuesday we give away a free meal for two to Brenda's Hilltop Cafe at 1307 East 4th Street. Since today's Friday, it's Fish and Shrimp Day all day long down there at Brenda's on top of the hill.
I actually went to eat Brenda's yesterday, and I forgot they were closed. Do you know how sad I was that I actually had time to go to Hilltop and get some chicken, and I forgot they were closed.
You made time to do it. Yeah, they get take their vacation this week.
I got
so sad. We're going to have to talk with Brandon down there and find out where they went.
It was a well-deserved vacation. Those guys stay busy over there.
They really
They're real
do.
busy down there.
That's why I wanted some chicken.
They cook some great food, though. That's what's all about.
But you know what? We'll give some away next week as well.
Hey, also coming up later on here on Gooney in the Morning, you know how Ben Affleck's the new Batman?
Yes.
No one's happy about this.
I am.
But
I'm excited now.
I think Ben Affleck's a good actor. I don't know. It's different just because you see him in so many different roles, but a lot of folks were unhappy with that choice. Well, I have some other movies that are very, very similar to that where, some folks were casted out and people just totally lost it. They were like, why is that person playing that role?
Wow.
Yeah, I have that. It's pretty interesting. Some stories we'll have on that coming up. We also got the NASCAR Minute coming up on Gooney in the Morning. We'll have Dale Coates and Tim Knox calling in here in just a few minutes. We'll talk NASCAR. That's right. It's America.
A lot going on in NASCAR right now.
That's right. That's right. You got that coming up on Gooney in the Morning on KBST, AM and FM. We got TSN up next.
Choices. This is what you will get with Parks Agency. Why shop anywhere else for insurance when Parks Agency is a one-stop shop? Get your home, auto, motorcycle, and your business quoted with almost any national insurance company such as Allstate, Travelers, Liberty Mutual, and Progressive, just to name a few. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson, and all of us here at the Parks Agency have been devoted to our customers and our community since 1935. We work for you. Stop by 900 Main or call us at 267-5504 and you experience the difference of choice.
Good morning. This is Morning News Break from the Texas State Network. I'm Chuck Martin reporting. Ahead this August 15th.
I'm Matt Thomas. Toyota employees descend on Texas ahead of the company's big corporate relocation.
We begin, though, with the Texas National Guard. Guardsmen beginning their controversial and open-ended mission along the border.
A Hidalgo County deputy told me last night he's seen guardsmen manning observation towers set up over the Rio Grande. The main goal of the guard, which is not authorized to make arrests, will be to observe behavior and report back to law enforcement. Governor Perry says the guard's role will be to spot drug traffickers and immigrant smugglers and aid local sheriffs in the border patrol. The deployment costs $12 million a month, and there's no word on how long it will last. This is Jim Forsyth, TSN News.
We'll get a look at how the Texas economy is faring when the Texas Workforce Commission releases the July employment report this morning. In June, employers added 19,000 net jobs. The jobless rate held at 5.1%. Sales up, losses down at JCPenney. The Plano-based retailer says its sales rose in the second quarter by 6%. The gains come after Penny lost a fourth of its business in 2012 and 2013. During that time, CEO Ron Johnson failed in an attempt to reinvent the retailer. JCPenney says it's optimistic sales will continue to increase for the rest of the year. Toyota employees will soon call Texas home. Now they're getting a first-hand look at the area. More on that now from TSN's Matt Thomas.
The Dallas Business Journal reports that groups of 200 executives and employees will be in the area through March of next year, getting familiar with places like Allen, Plano, McKinney, Frisco. This week, some heard a speech from the Frisco school superintendent, which is the school district that the massive Toyota complex that's moving here from California will be in. When it's completed in late 2016 or early 2017. The Business Journal says the relocation is expected to pump about $7 billion into the Texas economy. Matt Thomas, TSN News.
With crude trading in the $95 a barrel range, gasoline prices continue to drop statewide, down 3 cents this week, according to the AAA, although it did tick up a half cent overnight to $3.29.5. Greg Laskowski with GasBuddy.com says we'll see this trend continue, and Texas has a lot to do with that.
It's helping to drive prices lower because there's greater competition.
Texas Energy is on the rebound with production increasing every month now for the last 11 months.
I'm Chris Schneider. Cowboys and Texans ready for preseason game number 2.
We've got sports and Mike Rogers' other side of the news all ahead on TSN Morning News Break.
Have you noticed an increase in the traffic? That means the boom is on. Little bitty country roads, city streets, and highways are crowded with trucks hauling oil field equipment. You're probably driving more these days, too, with the beginning of school. When you wear out a part on your pickup, call Westex at 263-5000. You'll find the part you need so you can get back in all that traffic. Westex, the folks in the know when it comes to parts for late model pickups. Snyder Highway.
Hello, I'm Larry McClellan, owner of Leonard's Family of Pharmacies. I'd like to invite you to Westover Pharmacy, the newest pharmacy in Big Spring on the corner of Westover and FM 700. Westover Pharmacy was designed for your convenience with a drop-off and pickup window located on separate sides of the building, so there is less time to spend waiting. Pharmacist Candy Alleman and her friendly staff are eager to serve you at Westover Pharmacy on the corner of FM 700 and Westover, right here in Big Spring.
Welcome back to Morning News Break. Well, many were shaking their heads. After all, one said, how can we expect our kids to excel if we don't demand it of our teachers? The board responsible for the teacher certification turned thumbs down to increasing the minimum grade point average required to be in the classroom, and that's disappointing to Association of Texas Professional Educators Jennifer Canaday.
I believe the main fear is that there will be teacher shortages, but the data don't really back that up.
And Canaday points to a Texas Education Agency study which found only 11% of current classroom teachers would not make the cut if the GPA were increased from the current 2.5 to 2.75. You've got less than 2 weeks to make certain the kids are properly immunized for the new school year, and in one San Antonio district, they're bringing the clinic to the campus. This is thanks to the help of the University Health System's Children's Health Bus.
I've seen a lot of children being brought in by their parents. A lot of the importance with that is that they are bringing notes from the schools, noting which ones they need.
A measles scare and concerns over diseases being brought in by those Central American migrant children are making parents more anxious to get their kids vaccinated. Well, from the public school classroom to college and what will be a crush of students moving into dorms, well, these days it's all about social media. At Incarnate Word, Residence Hall Director Dr. Renee Moore says it's certainly not like dorm life you remember.
Many of them want their own room with a private bath. Many of them do want cooking facilities. Some of our buildings have that, some don't.
Rows of bathrooms down the hall, that's so 20th century, we're told. And phones in dorm rooms, unacceptable. In South Texas, one worker was killed and another hospitalized when the dilapidated house not far from Corpus Christi a crew was demolishing collapsed. 3 other men were trapped for a time. Well, there's a nasty stomach bug making the rounds, and the source, fresh fruits and vegetables.
Chris Van Dusen with the Department of State Health Services says the gastrointestinal illness is caused by a parasite called cyclospora. He says it's largely found on imported foods like cilantro. To avoid the illness,
thoroughly wash fruits and vegetables, especially if it's something that has kind of a nooks and crannies where this bug can hide out, something like raspberries or lettuce, something like that.
Van Dusen says the symptoms associated with it include watery diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, and fatigue. In Austin, Perry Watson, TSN News.
Anthrax, the mere mention of it can often cause panic. So far, a goat in Kenny County is the only reported case of anthrax in Texas this year. Agriculture Commissioner Todd Staples says most people don't understand it.
Anthrax is a bacterial disease. It's caused by a naturally occurring organism, and infections are not uncommon when it comes to livestock.
Staples says the best thing to do is keep an eye out for common symptoms and be proactive about getting help. 2 San Antonio Vice Squad officers are hospitalized following a wild and woolly closing time bar fight. It happened at the Bottom Bracket Social Club of Northwest downtown.
They were doing a bar inspection. They were outside in the courtyard when 2 of the officers got involved with in a confrontation with the patrons.
Lieutenant Michael Kelly says punches were thrown and one of the officers briefly lost his weapon. No word on what caused the ruckus. We do now know why a man took off when he was approached by a DPS trooper in Rio Grande City earlier this week. The car he abandoned after the lawman managed to shoot out a tire had 300 pounds of bundled marijuana in the trunk. It was worth more than $100,000. The driver's open car door struck the trooper as he sped away. Well, it was certainly a break from the mostly meat and potato diet served up at homeless shelters along coastal Texas, where the needy dined on shark meat. It's all thanks to Timmons Ministries in Corpus Christi. They served up an 809-pound tiger shark caught in the Gulf of Mexico earlier this month and made 75 pounds of it available for those in need. Next, we've got Mike Rogers for you.
Chuck, he was cute when he was little, but now this bar bear is getting a little too big.
He eats about a half a watermelon a day. He eats a pint of strawberries. He'll eat 2 or 3 peanut butter sandwiches.
We'll have more coming up on the other side of the news.
And Chris Schneider has sports as Morning News Break for Friday, August 15th continues.
Park Place Retirement Living offers real apartments with the privacy and security everyone wants. Public spaces invite social interaction, from activities and entertainment to dining with friends in a comfortable environment. It's the Herald Reader's Choice for best retirement home. It's cost competitive, roomy, and comfortable. Come by soon. Visit with Amanda Cole Calvio and feel safe in your new home. Park Place, 501 West 17th, Big Spring.
Westex Auto Parts keeps an up-to-date inventory of transmissions, engines, and rear ends for late model pickups. It's the place to go to save money when you're faced with big problems with your pickup. Westex has been supplying drivers of late model pickups with parts since 1947, so you can count on fast, courteous, and dependable service. Call Westex at 263-5000. The folks in the know when it comes to parts for late model pickups. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
Welcome back to Morning News Break. Here's TSN's Mike Rogers with the other side of the news.
Melody Pullen says she was as surprised as anyone when that little bear cub showed up on her doorstep?
A gentleman that I know bought it and brought it to me.
Gee, thanks for that. Although he was a cute little black bear.
He was 8 weeks old, and he was taking a bottle every 2 to 3 hours.
And for that reason, Melody had to take him to work with her every day, which was a problem because Melody owns a bar in Columbus, Ohio.
I put a little diaper on him, and I had a little sack to carry him around my waist, like you do a baby. He just wrapped his little arms around my neck and cooed all the time.
And her customers?
They absolutely loved him.
But as time went by, Pooh got bigger.
Yes, he's 45 pounds right now.
Well, he's a growing boy.
He eats about a half a watermelon a day. He eats a pint of strawberries. He'll eat 2 or 3 peanut butter sandwiches.
'Tis a remorseless eating machine. Arr.
What's full grown? What'll that be?
700 to 900 pounds.
My goodness. But you just knew that someone would eventually complain. And sure enough,
the gentleman who lives next door to the bar came in, and I had him in my arms, and he called the police, who called the game warden.
And then city council got involved.
All I could do was laugh. I said, what is something that weighed 8 pounds going to hurt anyone?
But the city passed an ordinance just the same, banning bears from bars. Which means Melody's just going to have to start hanging out with Pooh at home. What are you going to do when he's grown?
Oh, we'll just sit inside together and watch TV and hold hands.
Popping a couple of cold ones on the sofa. And I'm Mike Rogers with the other side of the news on TSN.
I just want to be yours, baby.
Chris Snyder's got sports.
Thank you, Chuck. Good morning. Baseball last night. Both the Rangers and Astros lose again. Astros open a 10-game road trip with a 9-4 loss in Boston. They had a 4-0 lead, couldn't hold it. 4th loss in 5 games for the Stros. Rangers lose at home to the Rays 6-3. They do get some good news, though, as Ace Darvish diagnosed with a mild elbow problem, not a long-term concern, although there's no timetable for his return. He will miss at least 2 starts. As for the little guys, Little League World Series is off and running. The team from Pearland, Texas will play tonight. Cowboys and Texans getting ready for preseason game number 2. Cowboys will host the Ravens tomorrow. The Texans will entertain the Atlanta Falcons tomorrow. The Cleveland Browns have said Johnny Manziel will not get the start at quarterback in their second preseason game. Chris Schneider, TSN Sports.
And recapping our top story, it is controversial. Many don't believe it's necessary, and it is expensive. But Texas National Guard personnel have arrived along the Texas-Mexico border. The troops could be seen in Hidalgo County conducting surveillance. With Morning News Break, I'm Chuck Martin, TSN News.
Always hot at Harris Ace with red hot buys for August. Pay $2.49 each for Ace Insect Killer Spray. Get Ajax Ultra Concentrated Detergent at $1.99. Defend your home with Home Defense Max Insect Killer, priced at $8.49 a gallon. Save up to $2.50 off if you pay with the Ace Rewards card. Savings through August 31st. Your choice of dollar items from bandages, plastic hangers, fly swatters, emergency LED flashers, and more. Harris Ace, 1515 East FM 700.
It's never too late to enroll at New Hope Christian School for newborns through 12. New Hope offers a Becca curriculum with loving Christian teachers, after-school care, and transportation available for most area schools. Hot, nutritious breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon snack provided. Stop by 118 Cedar Road or go to newhopebigspring.com. That's www.newhopebigspring.com. See what a difference New Hope can make in your child's future.
We're sending you back to the future.
Your child's future depends on their education, and Nazarene Christian Academy continues to provide you with a choice in that education. With kindergarten, first grade, and second grade coming in 2014, they provide a Becca curriculum with certified, loving Christian teachers. For more information, go to newhopebigspring.com. See what a difference Nazarene Christian Academy can make in your child's future.
Now it's time for the NASCAR Minute, brought to you by Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning and 87 Auto Sales on the K-Best Morning Program.
That's right. It's time for the NASCAR Minute, brought to you by 87 Auto Sales and Del Coates Heating and Air Conditioning. I have Del Coates and Tim Knox on the line. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday to you.
Good morning.
Here at the weekend, finally, get to relax a little bit. Y'all gonna take a break?
Yeah, I think I'll take a break. We'll just work a little harder, maybe.
Yeah. Well, we got the big race coming up in Michigan this weekend. Earlier in the season, Jimmy Johnson had a pretty good race there. What are you guys looking forward to on this one?
More than that. I really don't know, Tim. What do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be Hendricks. This is just one of those tracks that, by definition, that whole team has been strong at this year. Whenever, Jimmy Johnson, we talked about how kind of poor of a season he was having for him.
Right.
And then they started hitting these kind of tracks, and you saw what happened. He picked up a few wins, climbed up in points, and, they get away from those, and you see him kind of taper off. So I think he may be one to watch out for this week, to be honest with you.
Well, I think so, too. I think Hendricks has shown they have the horsepower under those cars this year, and I just get a different feel, though, Tim, about Jimmy Johnson this year. Used to, we'd say, well, Jimmy Johnson and Chad Knaus, they're working on things. They're trying some stuff because they know they're solidified in the chase, and they are still this year. But I just see some of the problems they're having this season being stuff that maybe is not of their own making. Maybe it's something that, just that golden horseshoe that Kevin Harvick alluded to a couple years ago, or wherever it was that Jimmy Johnson had, maybe ain't there anymore.
Well, and that's possible, but at the same time, it's not like Chad Knaus has forgotten how to coach that team, and it's not like Jimmy Johnson's forgotten how to drive. Who knows? Those two are pretty sly. They may have a golden horseshoe, or maybe they're just doing a better job of hiding it this year. I don't know. I don't think it's one of those things that you can really define or rule out until Chase comes around and we see what happens. Because we've seen it every year. He's got a good year going. Things are great. They try some things. They don't do so well. Chase comes around. They tear everyone a new one. So yeah, I'm not going to rule them out.
I'm definitely not going to rule them out because you're right. They're very sly, and when they had the tire troubles a couple of times, they put the finger on NASCAR or on Goodyear, and you know what? Nobody else on the track had any trouble with the tires except them. So I'm going to say that's not a tire problem. I'm going to say it's a team problem, and that they were real quick to point the blame around somewhere else, but trying to hide what they're really trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy Johnson is in 7th place right now in the points in that 48. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has the lead now with his teammate Jeff Gordon, 4 points behind Matt Kenseth, rounding out the top 3. Matt Kenseth still without that win this season. We got the big Michigan race coming up Sunday at noon. Moving on to our little competition we have. Dale, you took the lead from us last week. You're now in 1st place with 304 points. I'm in 2nd with 324. Tim, you're in 3rd with 339, which means you get the first pick this week. Who are you going with?
Well, it's really tough to pick which Hendricks driver you're going to pick this week, to be honest with you. But honestly, I'm going to go with a guy who's had a lot of success here over the past few years. He's our points leader. You just know regardless he's going to have a strong day. And I'm going to go ahead and take Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Good pick. Now, this is where I struggle a little bit because, I really want to go with Johnson, but it's just with the seasons he's had, it's tough to see him winning back-to-back Michigan races. So I'm going to go with the guy who hasn't gotten the win this year. He's been doing pretty good without it, but he definitely needs one. That's Matt Kenseth.
Well, I think that's a very good pick because that's who I was going to pick myself. But since you did that, I'm going to pick the guy that did win this race. I'm going to go back to Jimmy because Dale Jr. pulled off the sweep at Pocono, and maybe Jimmy can pull the sweep at Michigan. But I think it's very kind of weird that, the guy with the name of Dale is winning both of these.
Oh, come on now. Come on. Come on now.
There was something on Facebook the other day about somebody gloating about being in the points lead. if I'm going to get blamed for it, I'm going to go ahead and do it.
You might as well, huh?
I'm going to do it.
I wouldn't know anything about what you're talking about, sir.
Yeah, I bet you wouldn't there, bro.
We'll have to see how it all pans out and see if you can hang on to the lead, Dale. We'll watch the race at noon on Sunday, and then we'll talk about it more on Monday with you guys.
Y'all have a good week, and we're going to go watch Oklahoma scrimmage here in a couple of hours and see how this football season is going to kick off.
There you go. Starts off at 10 o'clock with the JV out there in Oklahoma. Have fun out there, Dale. I'll see you out there, bud.
Y'all have a good one.
All right, y'all have a fantastic weekend. That was Dale Coates and Tim Knox with the NASCAR Minute right here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST, sponsored by 87 Auto Sales and Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning.
Summer is here, and it's hot, and so are the savings at 87 Auto Sales with over 250 pre-owned cars, pickups, and SUVs to choose from. They finance their customers right there at the dealership, so you can drive away the very same day in the vehicle of your choice. 87 Auto Sales has the right vehicles for your needs. Serving West Texas since 1972, 87 Auto Sales on the corner of 3rd and Greg Street in Big Spring. Right on the corner and right on the price. 87 Auto Sales.
Don't take a chance with your family's comfort. Trust Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning. We provide our customers with quality products at a reliable service. Hi, I'm Dale Coates, here to tell you not to wait till the last minute to get your AC serviced. Dale Coates Heating and AC offers many services to make sure summer season is comfortable, cool, with low prices and remarkable service. Our products are trusted to bring energy efficient, quiet, and consistent comfort to your home. So don't hesitate. Call Dale Coates Heating and AC at 714-4688.
They're like that brother and sister with completely different parents. So, not like brother and sister at all when you think about it. You're listening to Gooney and Heather on Gooney in the Morning on KBST.
Don't stop the beat. Can't control my feet. People in the street. Come on, everybody, and move your feet. Don't stop the beat. I can't stop the beat. I won't stop the beat to go.
Welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. Gooney here with you this morning. Hey, I want to give a shout out to all of our local area high school athletes this morning, and just wish you all good luck in all of your scrimmages today and tomorrow. I know all the football teams are kicking off their scrimmages. Volleyball teams going to be playing over the weekend. Just good luck to all of you. Go out there and represent Howard County and our area this weekend. Gooney here with you this morning. It is 7:52 here at the KBS Studios. Finally Friday, August 15th. Charles Segona with us this morning.
Apparently, I had to balance out the energy. There was too much energy in 2/3 of the room, so I had to bring in a low energy level to balance it out.
Is that what that was?
Just keep the roof from blowing off.
Yeah, it almost did. It almost did. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, you guys.
That's how you can tell Heather's having a good time. Heather's having a good time.
It is.
Considering I almost died coming into the studio.
You should stop wearing flip-flops.
This isn't a very dangerous workplace, Heather. I don't know how that happened.
For Heather, it is.
Yeah, right. Before the break, I was talking about how everybody kind of freaked out a little bit when they named Ben Affleck the new Batman,
right.
And a lot of folks not happy about that. Well, Charles, you're happy with it. You think he'll do all right. Heather, you're not so much so.
He's gonna flop.
I don't think he's gonna flop. He's gonna be awesome.
I think he'll be all right.
Like, how is he gonna do the deep Batman voice?
Well, Batman used to not sound like that.
I know.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, that's Christian Bale.
I don't know.
Batman.
I think they should have let Bat Dad from Vine.
That would have been
Batman.
Yeah, that's what they should have done. Well, I have a couple movies here where people kind of did the same thing whenever they announced that these folks are going to be playing like the lead roles. People just were not happy. 25 years ago, there were at least 50,000 upset fans who actually wrote letters to Warner Brothers protesting Michael Keaton being cast in the role of Beetlejuice.
What?
Yeah. Apparently, in Batman, coming off of Beetlejuice, sorry. When Michael Keaton was, which I think Michael Keaton nailed Batman.
Oh, I think he did too. He was my favorite Batman.
That's one of my favorites right there. Yep. Michael Keaton, playing Batman. But because he was just coming off of Beetlejuice, everybody was just unhappy. They were
come on,
he's too silly, he's too out there. It's kind of like Johnny Depp jumping in and playing Batman.
It gave it a good balance when he did Batman.
Yeah, I think it was fantastic. He did a great job in Batman. I don't know.
I think so, too.
Impressed with Michael. That was one of the best ones. Here's one of them. Whenever in 2005, when Daniel Craig was announced that he'd take on the role of James Bond,
right.
A lot of folks were unhappy about that. In fact, Britain's Daily Mirror tabloid ran the headline that said, "The name's bland." James Bland.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think he's done a very good job as James Bond. He's just boring.
He is. He's not sophisticated like Sean Connery.
Yeah, exactly.
And Sean Connery had the best accent
Sean
ever.
Connery.
Yeah.
We got Sean Connery in the KBS studios this morning. How y'all doing this morning?
That is probably the worst celebrity impression this morning.
Quit making fun of Sir Sean Connery. He's a knight.
My Ariana Grande was way better.
I was gonna say, just to recap, we've had a Michael Madsen impersonation. We've had a Christian Bale impersonation.
That's some celebrities
we had
on the
Sean
show
Connery.
this morning. Wow, good in the morning. Ariana Grande showed
Yes.
up. Man, what a show. Who else we got? Who else? Can y'all do any accents real quick?
Not at all.
We don't have anybody other celebrities coming in this morning, folks.
Not that we know of.
They might
You
show
can
up.
do Homer really well.
They might run. No, that was bad.
Barbecue.
See, he does it really well.
Homer Simpson in the house, everybody. Moving on to some of these movies. Let's see. There were some cool in here. When Lindsay Lohan was chosen to play Elizabeth Taylor in Liz and Dick, that movie that she had done.
That upset me so bad.
Lindsay Lohan shouldn't be casted in anything.
That's just an insult to the person if Lindsay Lohan is cast.
Exactly. But Rosie O'Donnell, she threw a fit over that one, and she's actually on record quoting, saying, "I don't think she's right for the role, and I don't think she's capable at this point to portray the character."
And what has Rosie portrayed?
Exactly. When Rosie's dogging you, when Rosie O'Donnell is,
wasn't she like Betty in the Flintstones?
Yeah.
and I think she was on a League of Their Own. What else has Rosie been on? Nothing.
Nothing. She's complained for the past 20 years. That's what she's done.
That's right. Shut up, Rosie.
But if she's allowed to say something, that means your career is probably not working out too well. So Lindsay Lohan, you're doing it wrong. We're going to start off. You're doing it wrong right there with Lindsay Lohan. Another one was Heath Ledger. Whenever he was when he was cast as the Joker in The Dark Knight, many people hated that at first. Because, just because of what
I
he'd
actually
done before
just
that.
read something about him being in The Dark Knight. You know the scene when he's dressed up as a nurse and he's walking away from the hospital?
Right.
It was planned as soon as he hit the button, it was going to explode.
It was improv.
Yeah,
with him
total
pushing
improv.
it.
Yeah, and he just totally acted it out, and they put it in the movie.
And it blew, yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I'd heard
so,
that
I mean,
too.
I think
He did a
Heath
great
Ledger
job.
nailed it.
But he was a fantastic actor, and that's what, before Batman, a lot of people didn't realize how great of an actor he was.
I
mean,
think
he had
my
done some
favorite
pretty
movie
good
was
stuff,
like
A Knight's
Tale.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
that was
funny.
my favorite
it's so
movie with
funny.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
That
But,
one.
yeah, I mean, one Batman fan had said during whenever Heath Ledger was casted was that it was bad casting and a bad joke. But in the end, he won an Academy Award for that role. So, I mean, he nailed it.
All right, Gooney, hey, we got to keep rolling because we're almost out of time. We do have some tickets. We're going to be giving away a family 4-pack of Rockhounds tickets. Rockhounds are going to be, let's see where they're going to be. They're going to be taking on Corpus Christi coming up pretty soon.
Better watch those fans.
So we're going to send we're going to send someone to that game. But I did tease this earlier, so we'll talk about it. According to a new study, eating a lot of salt may actually be good for you. Doctors say that usually they limit people to 2,300 milligrams a day, but the average American goes over that. They have 3,400 milligrams a day. The new study says people who consume between 3,000 and 6,000 may actually have fewer heart-related issues.
Wow.
So basically, eat salt.
You'll be
just walk around with a salt shaker, and you'll make your heart. Except if you have high blood pressure, then they said maybe not eat so much salt.
See, that's what I don't like about these studies, because in a couple weeks they'll come out and say it gives you.
Or if you
cancer.
don't want high blood sugar.
Well, the cool thing is that we can pick and choose which one we want.
That's
like
true.
Heather has 2 stories for you're doing it wrong. Heather can pick and choose exactly which one she wants.
That's right. What do you want? What do we got? Pick it.
I'm sorry, but this guy at the donut eating contest just wins it for me.
That was horrible.
Bradley Hardison was on the run for 9 months for a felony break-in charge.
Right.
And decides to go to a donut eating contest at an event full of cops. Ends up winning the donut eating contest and then getting arrested right afterwards.
Well, I want to clarify. The police department was actually putting on the donut eating contest. It wasn't just a bunch of police officers at the donut eating contest. Because that would be funny too.
So it was like the official.
It's called the National Night Out.
You have your warrant in cop donut eating contest, and he joined it. Basically, is what
after
just
9
happened.
months of being on the run. You know what I mean?
Maybe he forgot.
How do you forget that you're on the run for 9 months?
And donuts can do some pretty incredible things.
Quit justifying this man, Gooney.
He's doing it wrong. He's definitely doing it wrong. Hey, I want to remind everybody that we have Deborah Wallace coming on Community Calendar today. That's going to be exciting to have her on. Also, we have that family 4-pack of Midland Rockhound tickets. I'm going to take caller number 7 to pick up that family 4-pack. Remember, they're playing Corpus Christi. Last time they did that, a fan bum rushed the pitchers.
I mean,
that's
how
some
awesome is
exciting.
that?
Yeah, so you're not going to miss out on the Corpus Christi Hooks.
I wonder if that fan's coming back.
Oh, I hope so. That's going to be
I
incredible.
bet he's not allowed back at any game ever.
That's right. Caller number 7 to 263-KBST, 263-5278 is going to pick up those tickets. Charles, what was your favorite part of the show?
Just now, Rockhounds tickets, the fan, the feisty fan.
Bringing that up. What about you? Had the favorite part of the show?
Talking about Batman.
Batman. My favorite part of the show would have to be the moron that joined the Warrant You Have Your County and hot dog donut eating contest.
So we're just going to throw out the entire show in the past 2 minutes.
Yeah, the past 2 minutes, that's all I can remember. I have a horrible memory. But either way, it made us laugh. And remember, if you're not laughing,
you're not living.
Parkview Nursing and Rehabilitation is the name you'll want to remember when you're not quite ready to go home after a hospital stay. Medicare and insurance-approved short-term stays make it easy for you to recover at Parkview. The quality of care, the experienced staff, and the local ownership and management make Parkview your best choice for person-centered nursing care. Parkview, 3200 Parkway, Big Spring.
Ready for some golf, recreation, and social life? You might be ready for the Big Spring Country Club. There are hundreds of reasons to join. What's important to you? Great golf? Your own swimming pool? Home-style, casual, or fine dining? It's okay to ask, what's in the club for me? Because membership isn't for everyone. Is it for you? Find out at the Big Spring Country Club. This could very well be the lifestyle change you're looking for. Call and schedule a visit, 267-8241.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
And we'll have the local news coming up in just a few moments. Welcome back here to Gooney in the Morning. Don't forget, we'll have Deborah Wallace coming in here on Community Calendar. We just got a winner for those 4 Rockhound tickets. Heather's actually got them on the phone right now, taking their name. And I'm going to be giving away some later on for Gooney Overtime. We'll have some more of your Rockhound tickets giveaway, so you'll be sure to listen to that. And you can go ahead and start getting those e-requests in right now by just going to kbest.com, and then you can just click on e-request there, and that'll get you straight in. We got the local news coming up next right here on KBST.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Have something to sell and need to know where to sell it? SJ Farms is now accepting vendors for a new flea and farmers market to be held every weekend on Saturdays and Sundays beginning at 6 a.m. for all vendors and 8 a.m. for the public. Barbecue and concessions will be available on site. For further information on vendor booths, contact John Pogue by calling 432-270-1244. SJ Farms Flea and Farmers Market located at 1607 Avenue X off the Gale Highway 669.
p.m. Good morning, I'm Kayla Kay with your KBS Radio Group News. It is Friday, August 15th, and it is 8:04 p.m. It's about 80 degrees outside already. Your complete weather forecast is coming up. Yesterday, Big Spring police officers responded to the Advantage Inn at 804 West I-20 in reference to an aggravated robbery. The victim told the officers that a black male wearing a black hoodie entered the office, walked up to the desk, pulled a gun, and demanded money. The suspect was given an undetermined amount of cash and fled on foot. Officers searched the area but did not locate the suspect. No additional information is available at this time, and the Big Spring Police say the investigation continues. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Howard County Crime Stoppers at 432-263-TIPS or 432-333-TIPS. The jury in the 118th District Court returned a guilty verdict for a Big Spring man accused of shooting another man on November 27th. Leroy Zubiate was found guilty of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and sentenced to 12 years in prison. Zubiate was accused of shooting Juan Diaz at a home on Sycamore Street. Big Spring police say that Diaz was shot in the face and legs, and Zubiate was arrested about 3 weeks after the shooting. And a Stanton man was sentenced to 21 months in prison for wire fraud charges. Salvador Garza worked for Franklin & Son in Stanton and is accused of falsifying reports on how much fuel he delivered on 2 separate times. According to the indictment, Garza overbilled 2 December 2012 fuel sales to an Odessa business, costing that business $806,374. Terry Franklin, the general manager of Franklin & Sons in Stanton, said Garza was a part-time employee and no longer worked at the company. Franklin did not give any further information. With some city issues coming to light in recent events, KBST spoke to City Councilman for District 5, Raul Benavides, about what we as citizens can do to utilize our city resources.
Well, anytime a citizen doesn't feel they're getting the service they deserve by calling one of our city departments before they reach out to the radio station, the TV station, the media, I would strongly encourage them to call their city council person. Our names and numbers are in the paper every day, and to call us and tell us what their concerns are so that we can go to bat for them and see if we can find out what's going on and hopefully address some issues.
Benavides encourages the city residents to reach out and realize that the city councilman for your district is here to use the resources to help in any way possible within their control.
So number one, start with the appropriate department and give it 2 or 3 days. And if that doesn't help, if you feel nothing has been done in a reasonable time, please reach out to your city council person. If you don't know what district you live in, you can call City Hall and ask them, this is my address, who is my city council person? They'll tell you, reach out to us.
And Benavides encourages you to first contact the Public Works Director's office if a problem should arise at 432-264-2501. You may have noticed some construction in the HEB parking lot and wondered exactly what was going on. KBST News spoke with HEB Public Affairs Representative Kim Harrell, and she explains.
We are currently remodeling. We'll have new pumps, a new kiosk, and it'll be better access, so customers will be able to pull in directly to the gas pumps, whereas right now they kind of have to drive in a circle, get in.
Harrell tells KBST News that the project should be completed during the week of August 22nd. And good news for the Big Spring ISD. The latest TEA stats show that the work of the BSISD administration to prove the school district may be working. While the Big Spring Independent School District still has an overall improvement required rating, Big Spring Junior High and Moss Elementary improved their status to MET standards. The other 4 campuses are still at improvement required, but school officials previously stated that turning around all of the schools may take several years, but that the improvements have the school district going in the right direction. And the Big Spring Independent School District says enrollment for the 2014-2015 school year is about the same. School officials say for every 1 person that registers, another is leaving. They are worried that parents will wait till the last minute to register their kids. And they encourage parents to come to the registration office and register their student as soon as possible. The Big Spring ISD is also asking that parents or guardians with elementary students bring in their proof of residency. Any monthly bill or bank statement with a street address will work. Meet the Teacher Night for all elementary campuses will be this Thursday, August 21st. School begins on August 25th. And Professional Development Day and Teacher Appreciation will be Monday, August 18th. That'll be at 7:30 a.m. at the Dorothy Garrett Coliseum. The staff and board will be serving cookies, OJ, coffee, and bottled water to all the teachers in attendance as a thank you on behalf of the chamber. And the Chamber will be holding Board of Directors meeting Wednesday, August 20th. That'll be at 7:30 a.m. in the Cactus Room at Howard College. The serving line will open at 7 a.m. and a quorum is needed in order to conduct business. In obituaries, Melvin Wayne Griffith, 67, of Big Spring, died Monday. Memorial services will be held at 3 p.m. today at Myers and Smith Chapel. Becky Salgado, 47, died Tuesday, and a prayer service will be held tonight at 6 p.m. at Myers and Smith Chapel. Funeral services will be at 10:30 a.m. Saturday at the Myers and Smith Chapel with burial at Mount Olive Memorial Park. Clara Hernandez, 92, died Tuesday. Vigil services will be held at 7 p.m. Sunday at Myers and Smith Chapel. Funeral services will be at 10 a.m. Monday at Holy Trinity Catholic Church with burial at Trinity Memorial Park. Bob Stewart, 81, of Big Spring, died Tuesday, August 12th in a local hospital. Funeral services will be at 10:30 a.m. today at Spring Creek Fellowship. After the service, there will be a visitation at Spring Creek Fellowship, and graveside services will be at 12:30 at Mount Olive Memorial Park. Dina Walden, 97, died Saturday, August 2nd in Lubbock. Funeral services will be held at 2 p.m. today at the Nally Pickle and Welch Rosewood Chapel. The family will receive friends following the services. Ike Clarence Francis Watsner, 84, of Big Spring, died Thursday, August 14th in a local hospital. The family will receive friends from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, August 17th at Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Funeral services will be held at 1 p.m. Monday, August 18th at the Alive in Christ Lutheran Church. Interment will follow at Trinity Memorial Park. KBST News Time is 8:11. We'll be back with a look at sports and weather right after this.
Have something to sell and need to know where to sell it? SJ Farms is now accepting vendors for a new flea and farmers market to be held every weekend on Saturdays and Sundays beginning at 6 a.m. for all vendors and 8 a.m. for the public. Barbecue and concessions will be available on site. For further information on vendor booths, contact John Pogue by calling 432-270-1244. SJ Farms Flea and Farmers Market located at 1607 Avenue X off the Gale Highway 669.
KBST News Time is 8:12. Now it's a Gooney with your KBST Sports.
Thanks, Kayla. The Texas Rangers lost their second straight to Tampa Bay last night, 6-3. They begin a new series against the Angels at home tonight with a first pitch at 7:05. That game can be heard on the mighty 1490 KBST AM. The Houston Astros' luck wasn't any better as they lost to the Red Sox 9-4. Game 2 of that series from Boston tonight at 6:10. In minor league baseball, the Midland Rockhounds got the win in Tulsa last night, 3-2. They traveled to Springfield tonight to begin a new series with the first pitch at 7:10. And in local sports, scrimmages begin today for many area high school football teams, while volleyball continues for many. The Big Spring Steers take on Burke Burnett and Cisco today, while the Lady Steers volleyball teams compete in the Bev Ball Classic Tournament in Abilene this weekend. The Coahoma Bulldogs scrimmage Jim Ned in Coahoma this morning at 10, while the Bulldogettes volleyball teams play Jim Ned in regular season play in Coahoma tomorrow. The Forsan Buffalo scrimmage Grape Creek in Forsan today. Stanton plays Fort Stockton at home tomorrow. Sands takes on Westbrook, and Garden City and Borden County scrimmage against each other tonight in Gale. And the Dallas Cowboys take on the Ravens in preseason play at home Saturday, while the Houston Texans play the Falcons in Houston. For more information, log on to kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney and the KBest Sports Center.
The forecast you need when you need it. KBest Weather.
For your weather today is going to be a little partly cloudy with a high of 100, a low of 76, winds out of the south at 12 miles per hour. Tomorrow you're going to be looking at mostly cloudy skies with a high of 98 and a low of 75 degrees, winds out of the south at 13 miles per hour. The rest of the week there could be some possible isolated thunderstorms. And KBST News Time is 8:14. I'm Kayla Kay, and this has been your KBS Radio Group News. After this is Community Calendar, but first, the Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith, brought to you by Choate Well Service.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Fort Davis has a Hummingbird Festival. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
Hi, I'm Joyce at Choate Well Service. We appreciate all of our customers, large or small, from wells for home use, oil field, or many of our other services. We've added lots of equipment to serve our customers with continued good service. For your large or small water well needs, call us, Choate Well Service, 3935231. We're the best in the business. Now, you have a blessed day.
The male hummingbirds only do one thing. They chase females. Otherwise, he doesn't have to do a blooming thing.
Kelly Bryan of Fort Davis knows about hummingbirds.
I've been doing this for 7 full years now. I've cotton banded 15 species of hummingbirds, and I'm approaching 14,000 individuals.
The Texas mountain country has several species of the tiny birds.
Texas can boast 18 species. West Texas can boast 17 species. The only bird that we're missing in the hummingbird group is the green-breasted mango.
The wings of hummingbirds are constantly moving when they are getting nectar.
The smaller the bird, the faster the wing beat. Okay, the larger the hummingbird, like the magnificent and the blue-throated hummingbirds, their wings beat about 60, 70 a second. But the smaller birds, over 100 a second. They have a heartbeat of 1,000 beats a minute. It's 10 times the human heart. But they get their natural foods, protein and fats, from catching insects. They're tremendous fly catchers. They catch little soft-bodied insects, gnats, midges, small flies. They love to feed on baby spiders, and they like baby aphids and stuff like that, and they're real good at finding them.
The formula for feeders?
1 part sugar, 4 parts water, no food coloring. That's the recommendation. You could go a little bit stronger if you're trying to attract them.
Fort Davis has a Hummingbird Festival the last weekend in August.
We'll have a series of presentations by experts in the field. I'll do bird banding. I'll do hummingbird banding. So anybody that had never seen the process involved with banding a hummingbird, they can come to this festival and see that firsthand. I can guarantee that you'll see black chin and rufous hummingbirds, probably calliope hummingbird. Ruby-throated will be here at that time. And then there's 4 or 5 other species that are possible. But we can certainly show them hummingbirds in the hand, let them hold one, hear its heartbeat, and release that bird after we've banded it. The rufous hummingbird. It's the longest distance migratory hummingbird in the world. They winter in Mexico, and they go as far north as Alaska to breed. In late August, 2 years ago, we put a band on a hummingbird's leg up at our cabin in the Davis Mountains. And on July 4th, 2013, this past summer, that little hummingbird was caught in Alaska.
Kelly Bryan. The Fort Davis Hummingbird Festival begins August 29th. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Today, no matter what you're going through, God is on your side. God is on your side.
I have to praise you like I should.
Hi, I'm Kevin Knutson, the pastor at Life Church here in Big Spring. Life Church is an exciting, vibrant, spirit-filled, multicultural church on the corner of 10th and Johnson. Every Sunday there is contemporary worship, a dynamic, practical message from the Bible, fun and safe child care and children's ministry. There really is something for the entire family. Even though we worship in an old school, there's nothing old school about us. I would personally like to invite you to join us this Sunday at 10:30, or you can listen to us live every Sunday on 94.3 The Fuse. Our church website is golifechurch.com, and we hope you remember that no matter what you're going through, God is on your side.
DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry!
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the S'mores Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas.
With summer fun in full swing, you may find your family schedule is filling up quickly. Making plans for orthodontic work may not be on your calendar, but orthodontics at Familia Dental is convenient and affordable. Familia Dental is located in Big Spring, offers free orthodontic consultations, $199 down, 0% financing, guaranteed in-house payment plan approval, and monthly payments as low as $75. This is a limited time offer. Book your free orthodontic consultation with Familia Dental by calling 432-264-0205.
You're listening to KBST AM and FM. It's time for the KBST Community Calendar, a daily program that focuses on the issues and events that affect our community.
And welcome to Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. Gooney here with you this morning. I have a special guest with me, Miss Deborah Wallace from Air Evac Live Team. Thanks for joining me this morning, Deborah.
Thanks for having me. It's always fun to be here.
Yes, ma'am. And today, of course, we're going to talk about Air Evac a little bit and all the amazing services that you offer and how you can get involved and get a membership to Air Evac and what that can mean for your life in the future. But first, I want to talk about something really cool that we were talking about that just happened with your Air Evac squad here. Y'all just got some pretty cool awards here recently, right?
Yes, we did. We're very honored. The regional directors came down this last Wednesday and presented 3 different awards. Each year the company does the national awards, and prior to that, out of each of the 5 regions, they pick award winners, and then those 5 will go to nationals. It'll be on September 6th, and then they'll be honored, and then the national winner chosen. But our base, 54 out of Big Spring, was honored with 3 different awards.
Wow.
The base as a whole received Most Improved Base of the Year.
Nice.
Which was tremendous. And he feels like we have a real big chance of winning it nationally. And then our base pilot supervisor, Texie Hamp, won Base Pilot Supervisor of the Year. And Gina Amos, our base clinical lead flight nurse, she won base clinical lead of the year. So we were real excited about it. They were very deserving, both individuals, and we're excited to represent Region 5 in Texas at the national awards.
That's amazing. Now, I know you said that one of the awards is most improved. What have been some of those improvements?
Just with the flights and flight requests, we get out and do PRs, teaching classes. They look at a whole lot of, avenue of different things, and I'm getting involved in the communities.
Right.
Air Evac is very community oriented. They feel like when they put an aircraft, because we're in small communities, we're not sitting on top of a big medical center in a big metropolitan area, that we are part of that community. And, how we get out in those communities and, appear, get involved, and that the communities see us as a part of them, that's all part of it.
So that's been a lot of improvement, just getting more community involved.
And community involvement, our flight requests, we've almost doubled those over the last 2 to 3 years.
Oh, wow.
The request even more so, and they just continue to climb. It's been it's an uphill thing every month, the increase, so which is awesome. Which that also shows that you've got buy-in from your community and your agencies.
Exactly. How does someone get involved with an Air Evac team, like to be part of the team, if they come in as a nurse, like a registered nurse or what have you? What are all the different, roles that someone plays on a team?
We have obviously the pilots. There's different requirements for each area, but with pilot they have a certain amount of flight hours they have to have had flying solo in an aircraft before they can apply. And then once they're on, they go through a vigorous training through the application process, and that's all through the aviation side.
Okay.
Then the nurses have to be a registered nurse, and then they have to have a minimum of 3 years ICU or ER somewhere in a busy area.
Right.
And then there's credentials they have to have with, ACLS, PALS, trauma, different things that they have to have in addition to that. And then the paramedics have to be a paramedic for at least 3 years in a busy 911 system. And then there's advanced credentials for them as well.
Right. So to just jump in, like on the medical side, you don't just jump in right out of nursing school.
No.
It's something they really want you to have experience in basically a high-stress environment, because that's what you'll be working in when you're on an Air Evac team.
Exactly.
Now, whenever, say, Air Evac's called out, how many of the team jump on, get on an aircraft to go to a situation that they have to get to? What is the roster of that, that
There's
aircraft?
3 of them. There's always a pilot, a medic, and the flight nurse there. And when they hear the tone, there's tones that go off, or if they hear even on the scanner where the local fire department will say Lawton Cherry Vac, they're out there, they go to the aircraft and they're, getting it fired up and ready to go. They're there ready to go when they hear those tones. They're out the door.
Wow. And you were saying that you're up for some national awards. When is that going to happen?
That'll be September 6th. They have over the 5th and 6th, they have a 2-day event with different things at corporate office and tours and other family picnics and things. And then that night of the 6th, they have the big banquet where they honor all the regional award winners, and then they'll announce the award winner for each category.
And there's a big possibility that this team here out of Big Spring could get a national award this year.
Yes, I think so.
Has that ever happened for this area team?
No, we haven't gotten any national awards yet.
Wow, so that would be huge.
It would be huge. It really would.
That's awesome. Well, we wish you the best of luck at the national awards this year. Hope you bring back a national award.
Me too.
We're all very, very proud and thankful to have you here in Big Spring and just be so close to home right here. And just because if anything ever happens that's serious, we always pray and hope that nothing is that serious.
Right.
But you like to have that, especially right here in our own backyard.
Exactly.
So, it's huge, and we're very, very thankful that y'all are here and for all the hard work that you do. And good luck at the Nationals.
Thank
we hope you do a fantastic job.
Appreciate it.
And we're going to take a real quick break, Deborah, and when we come back, we'll talk about how you can get involved with the Area Vac membership to possibly help save your life one day here on Community Calendar on KBST AM and FM.
When you combine juicy beef patties with enough jalapenos to power a rocket to Jupiter, you expect the price to be astronomical as well. Instead, you get one of the best values on Earth, and a new movement is born, Econom-Nom-Nomics, where impossibly good food and low prices can coexist in the universe. The Jalapeno Double. Try it now for just $2 on McDonald's Dollar Menu and more. It's Econom-Nom-Nomical. Nom, 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 nom. Prices and participation may vary.
Good morning, abuelita.
Mijo, I'm glad you came over for breakfast. Here's some money. Run to the market and buy some chorizo for the burritos.
Oh, tita, can we just go to McDonald's?
Why?
Well, McDonald's has a new chorizo burrito. It's delicious.
The new chorizo burrito is now at McDonald's. Scrambled eggs, dark meat chicken, chorizo seasoning, tomatoes, green chilies, onions, and white cheddar cheese, wrapped in a warm flour tortilla. It's a breakfast for everyone to love at McDonald's.
Vámonos. Let's go, mijo.
Limited time only at participating McDonald's.
It's another day in West Texas. Around here, we do things the right way. A handshake is as good as gold. We smile at our neighbors and say please and thank you. And when we're on the road, a simple wave says it all. And our truck is a Ram, bought right here in West Texas from Trucktown Dodge in La Mesa. Live life the West Texas way, the Trucktown Dodge way, formerly Benny Boy Dodge.
And now, let's get back to Community Calendar on KBST.
Well, welcome back to Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. Gooney here with you this morning. We have Deborah Wallace in the studio from Area Vac Live Team. Thanks for joining us, Deborah.
Thanks again, Gooney.
Before the break, we were talking about how this Area Vac, what is it, Team 54? Is that what it was?
It's Area Vac 54.
That's the team here in Big Spring. Got some pretty cool regional awards. Got 3 awards. Once again, let's just go down those awards and the folks that got the personal awards.
Right. It's the most improved base of the year. And then Gina Amos got Base Clinical Lead of the Year, and Texie Hamp got Base Pilot Supervisor of the Year.
And that's just huge right there. And there's a big possibility that the Area Vac team out of Big Spring here can be up for some national awards on September 6th.
Right.
And we'll definitely have you back on before or after around that time. That way we could talk about it, and especially I'd like to have you on afterwards to get the results and things like that. But who's all on the Area Vac team out of Big Spring? I mean, what are some of the guys and gals that help out here?
Okay, many would know David Spence. He's a local. He's an RN. He's one of our flight nurses. He's out and about in the community a lot. He is the flight nurse. Also from Big Spring, we have a new pilot, Jeff Finney.
Okay.
He just came on board. He's married to a local girl, and they've moved here, so he is local.
And then you were talking about Texie. Texie, he has a pretty cool story about how he got that name.
Oh, he does. And Texie is a hoot. You only have to meet him once, and then but he keeps everyone in stitches out there, pretty much everywhere we go. But he Indonesian background, and when he was in the Army, everyone kept saying, "Where are you from?"
Right.
And he kept saying, "Texas. I'm from Texas," because he was born and raised in Texas, and so that's how he got the nickname Texie.
They just call him Texie now, huh? Now, your daughter is a nurse too, and hasn't she wanted to possibly join an Air Evac team or do that in the future?
Whitney, she at one time kind of did, but now she's kind of waving on it. She may still at some time. She keeps thinking it's too much. It's too hard.
Intense.
It's very intense.
It is a very intense job, and I mean, there's a lot that goes on at one time. Yeah, I guess you'd have to be a pretty good multitasker.
It is, and I know when they come on, I have two nurses that's just about finished their 6 months, Michelle Gilbert and Brenda Campos, and when they came on, you tell them this first 6 months is pretty intense.
Right.
They go to orientation, and then they come back, and there's a lot they have to do with modules and policies and protocols, all the medical protocols.
Oh yeah.
And then they go to 1 month regional intensive training, and it's intensive. It's a week.
Yeah.
And they go again at 3 months and at 5 months, and then they have to do a test, a face-to-face test with their medical director, where he pulls a scenario out of his hat, and
oh wow,
and that's pretty. And I've sat through those, and that's pretty intense.
I bet that's nerve-wracking right there.
Yeah, it was for me, and I wasn't testing.
Right.
And then the nurses also have to get an EMT, basic EMT, because the Texas law says you have to have on ambulances, have to have at least 2 EMTs. So the nurse part doesn't count, so they have to get their EMT. So they just got back from that training, and then they have to do that test and get their EMT in Texas. And then within the first 2 years, they have to get an advanced certification in addition to whatever else they already have.
Right.
So it's very intense. It's an always ongoing.
And that's what's crazy because, first of all, nursing school is intense because my wife went through nursing school, and I know how that is. I mean, it's pretty intense right there. And then after you get out of nursing school, if you get into a job in an ER and ICU, which you require a few years of that under your belt before going into Air Evac, you would think that's one of the most intense jobs you could have.
It's pretty intense.
Working in an ER, that's pretty busy right there. But then I'm sure, being in an ER or ICU is kind of like drinking out of a water hose, and you go to Air Evac and it's like drinking out of a fire hydrant.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just completely different and just so much more intensified.
And such a compact compartment to do it all of those things in.
Exactly. So I tip my hat to all of you guys and girls out there that are getting the job done for us. Now, Air Evac, of course, like we're talking about, it's very, very important, and it's something that, it's always great to have a membership for Air Evac because it's one of those things you hope and pray you never have to use, but it's a fantastic tool to have just in case you need it. How can folks sign up and become members of Air Evac?
They can always stop by the base or call the base. The base's number is 264-7068, and any crew member can help them. Or Mary Frances Malone is our membership manager.
Right.
Her number is 268-9906. You can also go online to lifeteam.net, and you can sign up there. The great thing with memberships is you hope you never need it.
Right.
But for $60 to cover your family in case you are, and it's not just covering you for 54 here in Big Spring. It's over 200 different air medical services all over the United States that it covers.
And that's amazing because, a lot of times you're out on vacation and stuff happens. Things happen all the time. You can get an accident or something like that. And you could be in Denver or Delaware or somewhere out of,
it could be anywhere.
Out of Big Spring. And if you have a membership, you're still covered there.
Exactly. And it's once, twice, however many times you need it. It's not like a one-time deal.
Right.
It's just kind of a peace of mind you don't have to worry about.
Exactly. And how much are the memberships again?
$65 for the whole family.
Oh, wow.
For a whole year.
For a whole year?
Right.
Wow. So it's not a big monthly payment or anything like that. You pay $65 and it covers your entire family.
Right. You can do a payment. I think it's like $10 a month or $8 a month, something like that. Yeah. There's a lot of different ways to pay it now.
It still covers your family if you have 12 kids?
Right. If aunts and uncle, whoever lives in that household, if grandparents, aunts, uncles, if you have grandkids living there, whoever's under that household, they're all covered.
So it covers the household. Well, that's fantastic. So you can go to lifeteam.net to get a membership there, or you can call out there at the airport. The number there was 264-7068?
Yes, sir.
and Mary Frances Malone. You can give her a call, 268-9906. And can you sign up directly on the website right there and just get it all taken care of?
You can do it all there.
I mean, we've kind of moved in this technology age where we do everything
online.
And I mean, that's an easy way to do it. Just go onto the website right there, and you can get more information about AirEvac and how, it could possibly help save you or your family's life in the future. Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Deborah, for coming on Community Calendar this morning. And like I said, we'll recap whenever you get closer to the big Nationals event, and hopefully the 54 team out of Big Spring here brings home some national awards. That'd be fantastic. But you are doing a great job, and everyone in the entire area, not just Big Spring, not just Howard County, but everyone around here is definitely very, very thankful to have you here. Hopefully we never have to use you, but we're definitely thankful that you're here, and keep up the good work.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on. You've been listening to Community Calendar. Up next, we got Gooney Overtime. Stay tuned right here on KBST.
You've been listening to the KBST Community Calendar on KBST AM and FM, on KBST.com, and on Cable Channel 2. If you'd like to have a community issue or event featured on Community Calendar, contact the KBST Programming Department at 267-6391 or email programming@kbst.com.
Today's best country, KBS 95.7.
You get your hands in it, plant your roots in it, dusty headlight dance.